They vary.
Hey, this is Bomani Jones. What's your favorite podcast? Let me tell you why that'll be number 2 after you listen to mine. 3 times a week, I'm going to challenge you to keep up with me as I discuss topics from the latest in technology and music, and people getting dunked on. Also, we get the very best analysis of the games, and we watch them with encyclopedic level historical connection. Plus, we have got a community of guests that you'll feel like are your closest friends in no time. Listen and subscribe to The Right Time with Bomani Jones Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
Wait, aren't these all charitable donations?
At Magda's Tax Prep, every person counts.
I'd rather not have to file for an extension.
She needs new auditors to maximize returns on her family time.
On itemized deductions. Hey, can someone help with these 1099s?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Look at this. J.D. Power awarded Cricket #1 customer service and purchase experience in the MVNO segment.
Huh. Award-winning service has a nice ring to it. Say it again.
Award-winning service.
Ooh, again.
Hear ye, hear ye. Announcing 2 more reasons to switch to Cricket and their award-winning service.
Wow, it does have a nice ring to it. Switch and see for yourself.
For J.D. Power 2022 wireless customer care and purchase experience mobile network operator performance studies award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
That's the sound of a crack in the ceiling found at a home inspection. But with a Realtor by your side, a newfound leak might only cause minor worries. With their expertise, a Realtor can suggest a credit at closing and even connect you to a contractor to help you shore up that leak and alleviate your worries. When it comes to cracks in your plans, the expertise of a Realtor can make all the difference. The difference between an agent and a Realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect time to power up productivity and gaming victories. Now you can save what Dell employees save on high-performance tech. Save 17% on XPS and select Alienware computers with Intel Core processors. Plus, check out exclusive savings on Dell monitors, headsets, and accessories for greater immersion in all you do. Upgrade today by calling 800-BUY-DELL. Again, that's 800-BUY-DELL, or you can visit Dell.com/semi-annual sale.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses. So help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. On the largest, fastest, reliable network with speeds up to 10 gigs to the most small businesses. So switch today and get cutting-edge speed with advanced security and be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speed and advanced security for your business needs. Together for just $69.99 a month for 12 months with a 3-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get free installation when you order online. Or find out how to get up to $800 back with a qualifying bundle. Call or go online today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Requires enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Prepaid card offer ends 3/31/22.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Say it starts now. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Hopefully your Tuesday morning is going to be a great one. We will hopefully contribute to that mood. As a 67-degree day awaits us all this afternoon. Beautiful weather, warmer temps. Life's getting good. I smell golf in Jamie Lynch's future.
Oh, it's in his past, present, and future. Are you kidding me? I wish. It's the life of James Lynch.
None today?
No.
You don't get to slip over to the club?
Yeah, my 2 buddies are playing and tried to get me out, but
no?
Not in the cards, no.
It's not in the cards.
I know. Woe is me.
Out there in the cards.
Thoughts and prayers, man.
I know. It's a tough time.
Pat 67. Does that matter with you coming out of the cave? You like? I mean, you.
I
like
was out and about yesterday. I walked the dog for a little bit.
You like darkness, though.
No, but I like good weather though. Like it was nice walking outside, and it wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't freezing cold. I wasn't like, antsing to get to my car. So it's nice out.
Now, was there snow everywhere yesterday? Because there was snow. There's snow at my house yesterday.
No, not up here.
So as I was walking, there's still like piles of snow and areas of snow that were like starting to melt off, and that's always like get it the hell out of here.
Yeah,
we need a lot of rain. We're going to get some rain. Saturday, of course, we're getting rain.
Of course, it's always the weekend.
Go out and get it. It's going to be a rainy day on Saturday. I think Thursday and Saturday. Coach wants you to know that according to a 2021 sleep study by MIT, you're not able to read or tell time in dreams with accuracy.
Coach knows stuff.
Telling time in a dream?
Like meaning if you look at a clock?
I don't understand that one, Coach.
Yeah, explain that one, Coach.
What does MIT even know?
They don't know
Mitt.
a whole lot.
Mitt's a stupid name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not able to read or, look at a clock and actually tell what time it is during a dream.
Interesting.
Imagine going to MIT
and that's what you do,
and you get stuck with the dream study. Like that must suck.
Well, then you were the D student.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
you were the bottom of your class.
Yeah, we'll give you the dream study. Go ahead.
You're still probably making $200 right out of graduation.
Like I saw yesterday on one of the local newscasts that we will within 5 years have a pill that we will take once a month first, and then once during allergy season.
Oh,
that's freaking amazing.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's called Allegra.
Well, I believe me, I take one of them every day.
What I hate is that those, all of them, they'll say 24 hours.
Right?
They never work for 24 hours.
Really?
Not for me. So then I start, taking
you're
one every
sleep
couple.
for a lot of those hours,
But
too.
even then, like I start taking, I'll take 2 or 3 of those pills.
You can't take 2 or 3.
Well, I do.
That's terrible.
Stop me.
There you go. Hey, Bradford White water heaters are here for the pro. Thanks to our friends at Bradford White. Appreciate that very, very much. Them being a part of our show. So the Sixers lose. And again, there's something there's many things that annoy me, but there's something that annoys me here at 97.5 The Fanatic. If you in any way don't drink the Kool-Aid on James Harden's the greatest acquisition, this team looks great, it's going to be awesome. I got Andrew Salchunas saying you're a Chicken Little. I think you're a Chicken Little. Tyrone saying you're an I told you so person. Maybe, did you ever think for just a second that someone who actually has some doubts about whether this is all going to work and whether this always actually has some valid reasons for it? Or does everybody in this town just have to be a Kool-Aid drinker and you have to say, James Harden's here, we're going to win the title or we're going to the finals and everything's great? I don't understand it. This whole, if you don't believe, these people, they're afraid. They're afraid to believe in the Sixers. Damn well afraid to believe in the Sixers. Have you watched? Do you understand? Did you live through last spring, and are you seeing what's going on right now? Do you see the status of this team's bench? You're not scared if you have valid reasons for going, this team just doesn't look complete. In fact, I will believe this team looks less complete than they did 3 weeks ago. And when I watch them, they do not seem. This team's bench is terrible. It's not an overstatement. It's terrible. The production they get from it, the bullets he has in the gun to be able to use, and when I hear Joel Embiid say that the team is lazy and use the word lazy in transition defense and getting back. That, to me, is a huge red flag. A team that's supposed to try to win a title, this is supposed to be a team built to win a championship, and your star player saying the team is lazy, getting back. And then Doc Rivers, I want to hear Doc Rivers cut 3 if I can there, Pat. Doc talking about the fact that he's going to take responsibility for something that, yeah, Coach, this is your responsibility.
Yeah, I got to do a better job of getting them in the right places. I thought there were many. That's part of the second actions. I thought we had so many opportunities to swing it back to James, floor wide open. And before you can get it back, someone drove it and shot it. So we'll figure it out.
James Harden had 2 shots in the fourth quarter. It's freaking malpractice. It just doesn't make any sense. But again, and I say this with all love to Andrew, to the Tyrones out there on our own station. No one has to. You're not scared if you ask valid questions about this Sixers team. You're not scared if you don't drink the Kool-Aid. What you are is being logical right now. This team doesn't look complete at all. And that is can they win? Sure. Can this team win? I didn't think they were championship built the day they acquired Harden, and I don't think they look it now. I think it's looking shaky. Let's put it that way.
I can't speak for Tyrone or Chunas. I don't know that. What do they say that it's
that's Chicken Littles? The Chicken Littles are out because after the Nets loss and then after the shaky game against Orlando, that the fans are afraid. They're afraid to believe in the Sixers. They're scared. They're scared fans. They're chicken. I'm like, no, they're not. They're people with valid reasons.
Yeah, there's questions surrounding this team. And look, there was questions as soon as they got Harden. I mean, we talked about it. I brought it up. George Niang is your lone bench player. It's easy to get a backup for Joel Embiid. The guy's only going to play 10 minutes a night. That's neither here nor there. Your lone bench player right now is George Niang. That's not good enough. Danny Green last night had open shots, wide open shots at key times. Shot 0 for 5 from the floor. Your bench shot 4 for 24. They're talking about George Niang not having any legs last night because he had to play, 30 minutes the night before, whatever it was, and go another 20-plus last night. Yeah, he doesn't have legs because he's not in the greatest of shape. So the one guy that you're going to off the bench consistently that has to be a shooter is a guy that might not have legs for you later in the game because he's not in that great of shape. So that's not a good recipe right there. The not getting back on defense, it's egregious. The way, I don't understand their defensive rotations. Why are you allowing guys to get wide open three-pointers all night long? Wide open mid-range shots. The guy Green, when he wanted to step in, he did effectively in the fourth quarter, had 2 wide open 10-footers. You're late in the game. It's a close game. The guy Bones, whatever his name is, Bones
Highland.
Yeah, Bones Highland.
Never forget him. That son of a.
I mean, he has Embiid covering him. He's outside. He has Embiid covering him, and I understand Embiid wants to get back inside. Embiid lazily walks into the lane to find Jokic, leaves Bones wide open once again, and Highland just stands there like, are you serious? They're not covering me after I've hit like 5 or 6 3-pointers tonight? Boom, hits another one. What are you doing? George Niang, late in the game. You have to get the ball out for a 3-pointer when you're down 3, and he does a follow-up? They're a dumb team, too. Look, I'm not overreacting to last night. I'm just pointing out what the negatives are. And Embiid's right. They are lazy. Getting back on defense, not rebounding. That's lazy,
though, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Yes.
If you were to go back, if you watch the replay of last night's game, watch the Bones Highland 3 that he hits late in the game. Embiid's on him, and Embiid literally saunters, walks down the lane, and leaves him wide open. And Maxey sees that he's open once he gets the ball and kind of just goes, oh, God, I'm not going to catch him. I'm going to let him shoot. And stood there and watched him shoot. It's terrible. It's not good.
Yeah, the bench is pathetic. I mean, it's a bad group of guys. Danny Green does not look like he can pull out of this nosedive he's in. Shake Milton's borderline unplayable at times.
What about the last 3 games of James Harden?
I thought Harden looked pretty good last night, to be honest with you.
I thought he looked good.
I thought his passing was back on point. He was splitting those double teams to Embiid with the bounce pass. I thought he played a really good point last night. I mean, he had 22 points on 11 shots. That's really good efficiency.
24, actually, yeah.
24 on, 11
to make
shots.
you look better.
Yes. So I thought he was very efficient. I thought he ran a good point. I saw a willingness on defense out of him. I could use a little more transition hustle from him and Embiid. Tobias has got to give you more. But, if you look at that box score, the positive is Embiid and Harden were good. Maxey was good enough. Tobias you need more from. And then after that, it just falls off a cliff. I mean, that bench is pathetic. I mean, that's what it is. It's pathetic.
You don't have to be you don't have to be a Chicken Little. You're not scared. If you just don't drink the Kool-Aid and say, Harden's here, this team's ready to make a run at a title.
Well, I still think they're contenders. I do still think they're contenders. I think it's going to be a lot to overcome, that bench. But
you got 6 guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can win an NBA title with 6 guys.
You play 42 minutes a night.
And I watch these guys play defense, and they look lazy as hell. They look lazy as hell.
Thibault and Embiid, I thought, were really good defensively.
Well, I mean, Thibault's 8.
Outside of that,
Bob is saying, he sees things out of Thibault.
He's crazy.
What do you mean he's crazy?
Like Spider-Man.
Defensively.
And look, he moved well last night. Last night was exactly what you want out of Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah.
He got 7 shots. He got backdoor stuff.
And early on, what did he have, 9 in the first quarter or something?
He had 9 early and finished with 9.
And then finished with 9.
Yeah, he's got to leak out better. But here's the problem. When he leaks out, say the Sixers get a rebound or whatever, and he leaks out and they come down the floor, and if they don't find him and they shoot, now he's under the basket. Now you're relying on James Harden, Joel Embiid, who's usually hanging around the three-point line, to get back on defense. Those are 2 of the slower-footed 76ers on the floor. That's why you're not getting back.
My biggest concern after the Harden trade was, we all went around the room, and I said, they better address the bench in the veteran buyout market. Now, to their credit, they didn't have an opportunity to do that, especially the backcourt. Nobody was really bought out other than Goran Dragic. But watching that game last night, it got me to the point where I'm sitting there going, why didn't you sign Tyreek Evans to your G League team? Tyreek Evans signs to the Bucks G League team. He hasn't been in the league in 3 or 4 years, but that's how bad this Sixers bench is, where I'm more willing to take a look at a guy who hasn't been in the league in 3 and 4 years, and I'm more willing to take a look at him in Delaware to see if he can play at all because of the lack of bench help that this team has.
I think I'm in a worse spot, Pat. I'm calling for Joe Johnson 10-day contracts.
Oh, geez.
I think I'm lower than Pat.
No, but
this is where we're at as a fan base. When your team gets outscored 50-14 or whatever it was in bench points, you're sitting there going dude, I don't need to see Shake anymore. Shake your way out of town.
I know Joe's probably cooked, and there's a reason he's not in the league. He did have a 10-day this year, but to Pat's point, that's kind of where I'm at, where it's I know you can't move like you used to, but you're probably still better than what we're trotting out there.
And just again, and listening to the station all day long, you're not being an alarmist. You're not being negative Nancy. You're not being Chicken Little. You're not a scared fan. If you look at this team and say there are major reasons to not believe, there are major reasons to believe. I just don't believe that 6 guys can get it done in the NBA today. Don't believe it. We'll see. I don't believe they can get it done.
Yeah, the positive spin last night is I do think Embiid and Harden were pretty good. The final possession can't happen. You can't have Embiid and Harden on the court and have George Niang throwing balls off the side of the backboard.
Be the shot.
Yeah. Well, the original was, but then he's got to kick it out there on the rebound.
Look, Harden does the thing where it's almost like he likes to get tied up sometimes. He dribbles and then he holds the ball and he kind of waits.
Contact, yeah.
Get rid of the ball. Embiid missed 2 gimmies.
Gimmies.
There.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You're the winning player on this team. You're the MVP. You have to go up stronger there. And, Jamie, you brought it up earlier, and we're going to bring it up later. He just can't go through people to the rim. He can't. And it's you're going to have to live with it.
Hey, if you need to get away, it's not how far away you go. It's how far away you feel. So pack light, plan big for Philly. Book your stay at visitphilly.com. Major announcement coming up today at 8 o'clock. The John Kincade Show will be at the draft. Question is, will you be? I want to see what B-Hawk has to say this morning. Good morning, B-Hawk. You're on The Fanatic. How are you?
Hey, man, you know what? Look, we're not Chicken Littles because we want what we want. We endured a 10-year process. We need to win now. Behind this window, without Harden, we don't win now. We're in purgatory. We have no picks. We have no assets.
Yep.
We have to win now. Listen, I'll sign Cornbread Earl, Thomas Shepard, and Cousin Chuck for Danny Green right now. Listen, we need help. Rick Evans, I just told my people, Tyreek Evans, Joe Josh, you're absolutely right. We need help because the hit is out. Kevin Durant called it after the postgame. We are weak on the transition D. It is so much, and it's glaring. We just want to win now. We endured the 10-year process. So how are we scared? We want what we want, and we want to march down Broad Street.
And you're not a scared fan, B-Hawk, when you call out the obvious. If you're not shaking the pom-poms, drinking the Kool-Aid, saying, yay, Sixers are going to win it all, yay, this is the greatest trade ever, yay. If you're not doing that, that doesn't make you a scared fan. It doesn't make negative Nancy. It doesn't make you the sky's falling. It means you're looking at this team and you're saying the last 3 games is for various different reasons are inadequate.
Yeah, they look slow. I wonder how dead their legs are, and not as an excuse, just as an observation. They look tired.
They
or
play
something.
the same amount of games as everybody else in the NBA, right?
But they do.
I just
look,
want to make that clear because
But
it just
compared
is-
to their first 5 games together and the last 3, there does seem to be like an energy level drop off for some reason.
I did think to myself last night, it was a good thing that they jumped out to such a big lead because of the fact that I figured by the third and fourth quarter, the travel, the playing back-to-back, it would catch up to them.
Which is real.
Yeah,
and that's a real
thing. And it eventually did. I mean, if you want to take a positive, it's the fact they didn't dig themselves a hole like they have in the previous games last night.
Hey, Vernon in Philadelphia joins us on The Fanatic. Vernon, good morning.
Good morning, guys. First, that's what I was getting ready to say. The good thing about it was the way how they started out. But here's the thing. Against Orlando, it's like if we didn't play our starters the way how we played, we would have lost.
Yep.
Trying to get our bench. Now, last night, we ended up needing our bench, and we just don't have a bench. And the fact that Niang is the person taking the last shot, when he took the shot, which made me upset because it's like, I'm looking over there, and Maxey was wide open over there on the wing, and Niang is taking our shot. He's not supposed to be the guy taking our shot.
Well, he didn't. He obviously didn't have his head in the game. You can't take the follow.
I don't know what he was thinking there. Now, it looked like his jumper from the corner may have gotten grazed. The guy might have gotten a piece and hits the side of the backboard. He did a good job recouping the ball. But as you shoot that ball, you have to glance up at the clock and see what's what. You have to have that in your mind. He did a good job getting that offensive rebound. But
4 seconds.
What in the hell are you doing? I don't care if you throw the ball into the stands. You have to know that you need a 3 there. A 2 does you absolutely nothing. It's going to go if you put it up and it goes in, the clock's going to run out. I don't know what the hell he was thinking there. Maxey was wide open for that 3, and it was right in front of him.
Yeah, it was right in his eye line.
Oh, my God. Hey, one more. Spanky in Cobbs Creek. Spank, what's going on, brother?
Man, you know what, Bob? We was just talking a couple of days ago, and I told Mike this yesterday. The bench is going to kill us, man. The bench is. At this point, I'm ready to go find Jamal Crawford if I can find him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Somebody that can play, man.
Spank, you sound really tired, man.
Man, I'm at work right now. You know, I usually call Mike, and I try to call you guys because it's first thing in the morning. And when I got a bad game like that, man, I got to get it off my chest before
You do that.
Working.
You do that. You just
man. I'm just mad, man. They did not adjust this bench for the longest time, and I don't know if we can go into the playoffs with playing 6 guys. And Niang is all right, man, but he ain't in shape enough to be moving around like that, man. He give you a couple of buckets here and there. We need some athletes on this team, man. I'm sick of it.
Spank, one thing you got to do, though, you got to be listening at 8 o'clock. Get back here at 8 o'clock because maybe we'll have a way to put a smile on your face. Little teaser ahead.
I didn't think Denver played all that smart last night either. I mean, they got Embiid in foul trouble. He got his 4th foul, which was another kind of stupid foul. He had a couple of bad ones. They never went back after him. They kept Jokic on the bench a little bit, but then I thought, okay, give him the ball at 20 feet and tell him to go at Joel Embiid and get that 5th foul. They never really did. It was kind of strange the way they approached it also. But look, they made a huge move on the Sixers with Jokic on the bench, and a lot of it had to do with Bones Highland. And when you
never mention him again,
that was ridiculous.
When you go to your bench, the Sixers, you had George Niang covering Jokic at times because Embiid had 5 fouls.
Yeah,
it's just a regular.
Really?
It's just a regular season game, but Joe Juravicius, I think of names,
Ricky Manning Jr.
Like you think of names of players and you go,
obscure guys.
I do not want to hear that.
Cody Russ.
Call us now and tell us the obscure name who beat your team.
Bones Highland.
Put it up on the poll question, Pat. No, don't do that. Please.
It hurt.
Hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. Bradford White is here for the pros.
Pat's hurt for a whole nother reason because he didn't go to Temple.
Yeah, he should have went to Temple.
Should have.
No,
he should have.
They didn't recruit him as hard as they should have.
Nope. I believe he made that clear that they didn't.
They didn't, yeah. And but if you're a St. Joe's fan, it's even worse because I was told by a person 3 years ago that if St. Joe's had just offered him, he would have went in a heartbeat. But Phil Martelli was on the way out, so
they didn't identify him. They didn't. Yeah. They didn't see the talent that was there.
It hurts. I wanted him in the draft real bad, but
did you?
Yeah, he didn't fall. Yeah. Yeah, he tore it up at VCU. He's a shooter.
All right, one more. Frank in Philadelphia joins us on The Fanatic. Frank, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. Doc Rivers, man. How did he blow all these double-digit leads? How?
It's constant.
What kind of coach is this guy? He's horrible.
19.
He had Harden, Maxey, Thibault, Green, and Niang in the last 7 minutes of the second quarter. Why?
I mean, a 19-point lead. Tom McGinnis, I'm listening on 97.5 The Fanatic, and Tom McGinnis goes, send them packing back to the Rocky Mountains. Up 19. And I went, uh-oh. He send them packing back home to the Rocky Mountains. And I'm going, oh, geez, Tom. Have you not watched the Hawks? I mean, have you not watched that series? Did you not see what happened? Don't be counting your chickens up 19. Don't do that. And it ended up coming back and snaking them.
Yeah, I mean, to Frank's point, Embiid was in foul trouble, so they had to do something different. They couldn't play Embiid with the risk of him getting a fourth foul in the second quarter. Look, the NBA is a game of runs. You're going to get up, you're going to get down, teams are going to come back, you're going to come back on other teams. You saw it the night before in Orlando. Sixers down 17, come back and win. Last night they're up, 18, whatever it was.
19.
The key is just down the stretch, your big players have to step up. And we talked about it. Embiid had a gimme, missed it. Harden gets in jump ball situations. Niang not thinking at the end. That's where your bigger players have to come through.
Yesterday afternoon, it appeared Howie Roseman was listening to Jamie Lynch. Tamper. And we got some good news on the Eagles front. How good a news? We'll discuss it next. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. That Park Sportsbook app, it is absolutely awesome. I hit on the over last night, 221 I needed, and got that one taken care of. It's the only sportsbook that I recommend. Nobody does live in-game betting better than that Park Sportsbook app in the palm of your hand, betting individual player performances, rebounds, or assists. The same game parlays, an excellent choice. You want to get your bets in now before the NCAA tournament to decide on who's going to win the national championship or who will be the NBA champs. The Park Sportsbook app is safe, outstanding customer service. And also now from the #1 casino in Pennsylvania, the new Parks Racing Sportsbook that's located right inside the new Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. You play there, you get paid there. I'm going to go out there tomorrow night and watch the Sixers. The Park Sportsbook app, it is absolutely awesome. But you got to be 21. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Join Bob Cooney and Andrew Salchunas Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. at Bailey's Bar and Grill in Levittown, PA. Enjoy $4.50 Corona Extra, Corona Light, and Corona Premier bottles or $18 Corona buckets. Come out and say hi and register to win great prizes, including Sixers tickets. For more details, visit the events page on 975thefanatic.com.
Breakfast is sizzling at Wawa with 2 for $5 Sizzlies in all your favorite varieties, including the return of the sweet and savory waffle Sizzly. For a double delicious breakfast on the go, choose any 2 varieties, including sausage, egg, and cheese on a toasted waffle, bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, the Sizzly burrito, and more. Stop by Wawa and grab any 2 Sizzlies for $5. Available 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Limited time only. Gotta have a Wawa. Wawa has bold new salads. For dinner, the cheeseburger salad. All of your favorite cheeseburger flavors. Beef, cheese, cherry tomatoes, and pickles on a bed of crisp romaine. And the grilled chicken Caesar pasta salad. A classic Caesar salad kicked up a notch with grilled chicken and penne pasta. 2 salads fresh enough to call salad and bold enough to call dinner. Did we just reinvent dinner? Or redefine salad? Try the new dinner salads, made fresh at Wawa.
Join Planet Fitness now through March 16th and get the PF Black Card for 0 enrollment and $22.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
Super soothing hydro massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. 0 enrollment, $22.99 a month. Deal ends March 16th. See Club for details.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? There's a limit to what you can do and still keep your employees engaged. Insperity brings 30-plus years of HR experience to help you with your hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. You're able to focus on other priorities. Your employees can thrive, and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology. Insperity. HR that makes a difference.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience and make every moment more by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. Their app is simple to use, and they've got great odds on all different betting markets. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. What are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code PLAY. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY.
21 plus and present in Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia. Refund issues non-withdrawable set credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same game parlay available for multiple sports in all states on mobile and web. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. 1-800-770-STOP in Louisiana. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. 1-800-77-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. 467-369 in New York, Tennessee. Redline 1-800-889-9789 and visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers with Windows 11 Pro and get an easy start to your workday. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. Again, that's 877-ASK-DELL.
You're gearing up to get back out on the field, so you ordered ball game essentials like a new glove, cleats, and a jumbo pack of sunflower seeds. And you used your Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards that you put toward the cost of an essential piece of your post-game recovery. A heating pad. Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. So you need to change your oil. Right now you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Daily Protection or Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil with an STP oil filter, plus an STP air filter or cabin air filter for just $36.99. Visit one of our 6,000 stores or order from AutoZone.com for same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired a lounge singer to be their office receptionist.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates. Thank you very much. Catch me Tuesday nights at the Hotel Johnson. Hello?
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Doug & Associates, this is Mickey Marquis. Hello?
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Every dribble, every pass, and every bucket, all in the palm of your hand. Because now you can sign up and bet. No strings attached with Bet Rivers Sportsbook app featuring award-winning customer service. Live in-game bets, live player props, and live instant betting. Bucket to bucket. Don't miss out on all the big games. Get in the action with Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Download the Bet Rivers Sportsbook app today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
A lot of people are going to be watching hoops the next few days and all weekend long. And did you know your local Hooters is the official hangout for wings, beers, the Hooters girls, and a game day experience? Now, if you're watching the games at home, Hooters wants to bring the same flavor and fun to you, so you can order online at HootersToGo.com. You'll be the MVP of your basketball watch party if you're grabbing Hooters to Go. You order online at HootersToGo.com. Makes it really, really easy. It is the cure for the common restaurant, and you can go to NortheastHooters.com and find the location nearest you. I understand the Hooters girls, they've missed you. They haven't had a chance to see you during this whole COVID stuff. So why don't you get in there and enjoy yourself at your local Hooters? Join the Hooters E-Club for all the Hoot Scoop, plus get a free appetizer when you sign up and free wings on your birthday. That's at NortheastHooters.com. So for dine-in, to-go, or delivery, Hooters is going to bring the flavor and the fun to your basketball season. Check it out at HootersToGo.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing? On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Hopefully you are having a great start to your Tuesday. A little venting there. Little venting on the Sixers to get the day started, and that's fine. Pat, what was your official review on Batman? On The Batman?
It was an effing masterpiece, was my exact words, leaving the theater.
Olivia went the other night, and she said, what did Pat say about it?
Effing masterpiece.
I'll tell her, it's an effing masterpiece. She said, they really liked it.
Yeah,
they really liked it.
too.
A bunch of her friends went. They said that he's emo Batman, though.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing in my review.
Was that an acting choice?
I said Rob Pattinson plays emo Batman. I don't think it was an acting choice. So it picks up 2 years after he, quote, like, becomes the Batman. Or starts
okay.
Because so he's still dealing with the fact of, like, his parents were murdered in front of him.
Right.
So he's still sad.
Does he still drive in the Bat vehicle?
That's
you know what? You guys joke around. I'll tell you right now.
I'm not joking. I'm asking a question.
I'll tell you right now. The car that's in there is more of the Bat vehicle than the Batmobile.
Okay.
Because it's so bare bones.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so I would say it is the Bat vehicle. Joke's on you guys.
Now, in all seriousness here, I've seen a few of the Batman movies and stuff like that. Could I go in kind of almost?
Yep.
So you can.
All right.
Yeah,
but
you
it's
don't need to know all
$245, right? Because my son and his girlfriend went and saw it, and they loved it.
Yeah, but it moves, though. Like, I didn't really feel like it
the movie moves.
Yeah, I didn't think it felt
That's what
like 2
moving
hours
pictures,
and 40.
Bob?
No, but there are
I didn't know if he
3
had
hour
something
movies.
else moving
There
while
are
he was
3 hour
watching the
movies
movie.
that feel like they're
Right,
3 hour
right.
movies, and then there are other ones that, they have a good pace to it. This had a good pace.
Pat, we're pretty happy today as fellow, Temple Owls and then adopted Temple Owls.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hassan Reddick. And it was a guy that we talked about on the show, and I said, I'd love to see them get Hassan Reddick. And Jamie, you were like, well, I think he's tied to Matt Rule. And a lot of people did believe that he'd go back.
Yeah,
he'd go back.
I'm
And
shocked. I didn't think he was a real option. And
by the way, Carolina was shocked too, it appears. They were sort of shocked too that he got lured away, and he got lured away on such an amazing deal.
Yeah, that's
it's
money.
It's a great deal. Did he get paid as a linebacker? Because if you're paying him as a linebacker, I believe I looked at the chart yesterday. He's a top 5 linebacker by this contract. But he's hybrid if there ever was hybrid.
They announced, by the way, real quick.
What did they say?
They said linebacker.
Yeah,
So they did say linebacker.
So Jonathan Gannon's, defensive philosophy, the most importance is put on the Sam.
Okay.
Because he wants the coverage guy. He wants a guy that can also get to the quarterback. He wants a guy that can cover
Right.
and zone. He puts a lot of stress on the Sam. So I think that's a sign that they really value his opinion on this defensive philosophy. Because I'd have to think, they in their mind have to know Gannon's going to be a candidate again in a year. So he could be gone, and they're going to stick with his philosophy, it appears, of believing in the Sam. So that's pretty cool.
I love the signing. He was the guy that I had said I did not even think he was truly available.
Neither did I.
And this is stealth Howie, because this is done very quietly. I don't think anybody was talking about Hassan Reddick being an Eagle. I didn't hear it.
That's usually how Howie moves.
That's really damn good work.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned it last week on things that you would like to see. I think we all thought it was so out of the realm of possibility that we didn't dive deep into Hassan Reddick.
No, we didn't.
I mean, we did. We literally said, I'd love to have him here, and then we moved on because we didn't think it was going to happen. I think it's
Lesson
a great
learned.
move. Yeah, I think it's a great move. Bring a guy home. Started his high school career, came to Catholic High School.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah. But no, I do. A guy that puts up 23.5 sacks over the last 2 seasons, it's exactly what this team needs. Look, Howie Roseman right now seems to be listening to everyone in the Delaware Valley that says, all right, you need this, you need that, and keep the draft picks and do this. He's like following along what everybody wanted so far.
Can we stop here? Can we stop the whining about, he never is going to bring a linebacker, they're never going to adjust linebacker, because he is. I think of him more as an end, though.
He's going to be a hybrid.
But he's a hybrid, but they addressed linebacker in a huge way.
Yeah.
So I don't need to hear that anymore? Or
No, yes, you do.
He'll situationally rush the passer. I wouldn't be surprised if he lines up as an end, but, not in the ground type of thing.
There will be another one. There's going to be another one in the draft.
Exactly. I was going to say, if he got – we can't stop the linebacker talk because, John, you just said it's really a hybrid. He didn't even really go after like just a set linebacker guy. I want that playmaker. I want, if Nakobe Dean's available, boom, I want him. I still want another linebacker. Then we can say, okay, Howie, you did well with the linebacker.
You give me Nakobe Dean to go along with Hassan Reddick?
Yeah, pants are coming off.
I'm telling
They
you.
don't have to come off.
I'm telling you, you have that is one draft pick, I believe, or that type of player. Doesn't have to just be Nakobe, but would Lloyd out of
Lloyd from Utah.
A player like that to team with Hassan Reddick?
I wouldn't get your hopes up. I think this is more of a second or third round linebacker situation now.
So you do?
Why would you say that?
Well,
Jamie, are you? We just had a pissed off segment regarding this.
I think it now gives you the freedom to take a D end, a true D end.
Well, they're definitely going to do that
without the pressure on him of being that big of a player right away. I think defensive line and cornerback are now your 2 first-round targets.
I love this. I love this signing. I'm very, very excited, and I did not see it coming. And that always is the one where you open up the Christmas present and you're like, wow, I didn't even ask for that. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting yesterday.
That's now the next moves will be the ones that we're watching for. Tamper, Howie.
Yeah, Justin Reed, it looks like was going to be one of their targets from Houston. He signed with the Kansas City Chiefs last night
And you understand that.
Yeah, to replace the Honey Badger. Now Marcus Williams from the Saints becomes a name that you wonder if is in the plans.
Is that going to be an expensive buy, though?
It's not going to be cheap, but it's not going to break the bank either.
Yeah.
It doesn't break the bank. See, this is your responsibility, Jamie.
Yeah, let me look up what is projected.
No, but this is all your responsibility. You have to do the roster. But I can just dream about all the shiny toys that I want. You just have to figure out how to pay them. That's your work.
It's scary that Jamie's our cap guru.
We has to. Hey.
He's good with money.
We welcome aboard Delco Steaks. Welcome aboard the fan family here at the Fanatic.
I've heard great things.
From mouth-watering Philly cheesesteaks, head to Delco for a Delco steak, voted best of Philly last year. And they're not even in Philly. They're in my hometown of Broomall, Pennsylvania, 19008, and coming soon to media. Delco Steaks, you can't beat their meat.
They're right on Westchester Pike.
Yes, they are. That used to be the old Bessie Parker's.
Of course.
So
Candy store.
Marcus Williams, by the way, is projected to get around $15 million average.
So they'll
be pushing themselves.
But,
I mean, there's ways to do it. Alshon Jeffrey signed here for $3 million as a free agent, with incentives to get to 10, which was, there's ways to do that stuff. So we'll see.
And Pat, Mrs. Bote used to run a luncheonette out of that same building.
You don't need to tell me
And the Botes are one of the first families of Broomall. Wonderful people. The Braves got a little worse yesterday, but I don't think they got worse talent-wise. And, Jamie, we talked about this a little bit yesterday with Freddie Freeman leaving. The Braves were crippled yesterday in their leadership in their clubhouse. But they went and made the shrewd move of going to get another rising star in his place, 26 or 27 years old, finding the solution as they let Freddie Freeman out the door. I think that the Braves are going to have a transition, though, of understanding who leads that club, who's the leader of that team, knowing that clubhouse. That is, Freddie Freeman is a huge loss. Huge loss to them. And it's great news. It's great news for every team in the National League East.
Yeah, it is.
He's gone.
It was funny. My college buddies have a text chain, and me and my one Phillies friend on the chain were like, oh, phew, Philly killer, Freddie Freeman's gone. And then my 2 Mets buddies were like, yeah, he killed the Mets too. Like, hallelujah, he's out of the NL East. So everybody was like united in our joy. He's no longer going to be in the NL East.
Yeah, but now we got Olsen to deal with.
Yeah, that's an aggressive play by Alex Anthopoulos down there.
He's a great GM. He's a great GM. And then he's an Atlanta kid.
And he was teary-eyed at spring training talking about Freeman, to your point about the leadership of the franchise. I mean, he couldn't even answer a question. He said it was the hardest thing he's done.
I saw a tweet yesterday. I don't know if it was from an Atlanta person or what, but they made it equivalent to what if after the Phillies won the World Series in 2008, the next year they got rid of Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, whatever. It's kind of similar on that scale.
He is so beloved. Freddie Freeman is so beloved.
Yeah.
I mean, every kid has a Freddie Freeman T-shirt or the jersey or whatever. Pat would have had one. I can't even imagine, though. But in their clubhouse, the Latin players tend to be a clique.
Mm-hmm.
And there really wasn't anybody but Freddie leading the charge.
Unifying.
I don't know
the locker
who's
room.
doing it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think this is a big loss for them, and I think it's great news for the Phillies
And
fans.
the other
Met fans benefit the most.
Yeah, but the other good thing is, too, they got rid of their number one prospect and a top 5 prospect in baseball
Shane Langeliers was going to be their catcher of the future.
And Pat, I don't know if it's Pache or Pache.
No, it's Pache.
Pache.
And I never thought
he's Keith Law's like 1 or 3rd. I forget if he's 1 or 3 on all of baseball. So.
All right, I'll raise my hand and tell you that I think Keith Law's out of his mind.
Well,
I think he's out of his mind.
The Braves have him as their number one.
Christian Pache was talked about. Like I'm going to tell you, I think Keith Law's out of his mind.
Well, they lost another number one prospect. So
They did.
They have a good farm system. If they lose their number one, I'm cool with it.
Langeliers is the bigger loss. The catcher's the bigger loss. He was going to be the catcher of the future. It's great news, though, to be a Phillies fan today, but I think the Mets benefit more by him being gone because the Mets are better.
Yeah, I don't think this is a great day for Phillies fans.
I think it is.
I don't want to see Matt Olson in a Braves uniform. That dude hit 39
awesome.
bombs in Oakland.
Yeah, he's awesome.
In Oakland.
And that's a cavern, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time. You know, prospects are just that. They're prospects. They have potential, and you know, look, no one falls into the prospect trap more than me. So take my word for it. You know, sometimes they don't pan out, surprisingly enough. But
and it's a baseball rich community that's down there. It's but they get another guy coming home.
I'd feel better about it had they not gotten Matt Olson.
Yeah.
Had Freddie Freeman signed, and it was like they were going to go out and get,
right.
Casey Kochman. There's a name.
Yeah, that's an old one. I like that one.
Like throwing that back, but like a mediocre first baseman who's got like quote good defense. I feel way better about this. This terrifies me.
Hey, get lucky with Bud Light and our show. The John Kincade Show will be live at the Irish Horn St. Patrick's Day from 6 to 10 a.m. for a live broadcast. You can win cool prizes and enjoy $3 Bud Light drafts. You will find the Irish Horn, if you don't know it, in Richboro, Pennsylvania, 882 2nd Street Pike. And our friends from Bud Light, we really appreciate them being a part of the show. Reminder, major announcement coming your way at 8 o'clock today. You don't want to miss it. It involves the draft. It involves fun. And it involves Las Vegas. Let's see what we can find out then. But in Cooney's Corner, he's going to take a little closer look at Joel Embiid.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, I was keeping a real eye on him last night because, as we all know, a lot of the talk surrounding Joel Embiid, which is manufactured by Embiid himself, is about this MVP talk and winning it this year and all that. So you're going up against probably your biggest competition if you're Joel Embiid for that MVP in Jokic last night. So I was wondering before the game started, is he going to take this as just a personal game? Is it going to be him trying to do too much? Are we going to see something different from Joel Embiid, that we haven't normally seen? In that way, I was happy. I didn't think he tried to do too much. I thought he let the game come to him. He committed a couple stupid fouls. I don't know why. He got his third, and then his fourth was dumb. So in that aspect, only being able to play 15 minutes in the first half really limited him, I thought, in what he could have done even more so on top of the 34 points that he had. But in that way, I'm done. Last night, I erased it off of my tablet. I'm done with it. I'm done with watching a selfish Joel Embiid. I've come to that conclusion. I don't think he's that. And it was something that I was very guarded against, and I've talked to you guys about this before, that the I talk, the MVP talk, the I want to be Defensive Player of the Year talk, that was getting on my nerves more and more as the years went on. I want a team player. Maybe the team is better, and I'm not dumb not to realize it, that if he is MVP, if he is Defensive Player of the Year, obviously the team is better. Those accolades come, though, with your team being really good and you just going about your business. I don't think it needs to be brought up in the media as much as he brought it up. But last night did convince me, all right, he's a team player. He's okay. He wasn't looking for so much of his individual stats last night. As a matter of fact, I wish he would have looked to do more at the end. I wish he would have looked to really dominate more at the end as opposed to passing up, 10, 12 footers to a George Niang or to a Tyrese Maxey.
How do you think that plays with teammates? I want to be the MVP. I want to be Defensive Player of the Year when it's I.
I've said it before. Like, look, everybody loves Joel Embiid, and I think teammates included. But to me, and this is just me, it's a turnoff. When I hear "I" coming out of a guy's mouth all the time when it's talking MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, especially maybe after a loss or whatever, I don't care about individuals. I mean, this team needs to win. Whether it graded on teammates or not, I never got that from anybody. People I talked to, I never got that a player was upset with it. Just me listening to it. It would make my ear bleed a little bit when I heard it more and more.
Yeah, I think his teammates support the MVP race. I think because they like him and know he's the leader, and it's a rare thing for a player to have a chance at in the NBA. I think they're cool with it. Yeah, but to Bob's point, I didn't think he forced anything last night. I thought he just let the game come to him and naturally. Look, I thought he dominated Jokic head to head. The national narrative, Jokic, and even with Hubie Brown, because I always listen to the national when it's a Sixers game, just because I like to hear the different perspectives from Kate and Ala that I'm used to. And like Hubie Brown
gave you a lot last night, didn't he? He can read a box score.
Jokic made an outlet pass that you see pretty much in every pickup game of basketball you'll ever watch, and it was like he just did something that's never been done on a basketball court before. It's just funny to watch it's like, Embiid hits a step-back three-pointer to give him a quiet 29. And then Jokic makes a pass, and it's like, oh, my God, did you see that from the big man? And it's like, okay.
I think you're being a little hypersensitive, but I get it. No, I understand
but he got cooked last by Embiid.
Well,
He did his damage when Embiid left the court.
Embiid won the battle.
And Embiid left in the third quarter, and Jokic won on a run.
Embiid won the battle. Denver won the war.
Yeah, they did.
I'd rather win the war.
I'd rather have Bones Highland than anybody on our bench.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins last night, he gave them a really good outing when, Jokic spent a lot of time on the bench, and DeMarcus Cousins was a good difference for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted DeMarcus Cousins because I thought he would be the perfect backup with Embiid, and he always is being very complimentary of Embiid's game. But Embiid did his part last night. Other than the foul trouble,
except defense.
No, I thought defensively he was all right.
Fourth quarter defense I thought was.
But he had to play. He had to play kind of off because of his foul trouble. Like that's the one thing. Like he got into foul trouble early, and that was his only bugaboo. But other than that, he was dominant.
Saying bugaboo and boogers and boogies.
His name's Boogie.
There you go,
Boogie Cousins.
And he got that nickname from picking his nose. Nobody gets the nickname.
Or he's a good dancer.
He had the nickname when he was a kid.
Yeah,
he had the nickname when he was
a kid.
Yeah, but when he was a kid.
We're all going to act like we don't pick our nose from time to time. Moses was a picker.
Hey, Keith in West Oak Lane. He had to be out in the desert like that. Hey, Keith, good morning here on The Fanatic.
Hey, good morning. Listen, Bob, I've listened to you for quite some time. You old school, so am I. And I am so glad somebody finally put it on the air about Embiid and this MVP talk and I. Meanwhile, the guy that you have all this competition against for your MVP run, this team won the goddamn game. To me, you get those accolades, those awards as your team progresses towards the championship. That should not be your priority to win the MVP. The priority should be the team wins the goddamn championship.
I think he's thinking chicken and egg, Keith. I think he's believing if I'm the Defensive Player of the Year, if I'm the MVP, the team will have a great year. And that doesn't equate. Jokic won last year.
Sure.
And Embiid may win this year, and we may be sitting home in the conference finals again.
Yeah, look, it's not ruling my day. I brought it up as a topic because I didn't like that he is so great, and I appreciate everything he does. If there was one little cloud that was hanging over my head, it was that. It was all the talk about MVP and defensive player. So that's why I took an eye last night to say, okay, is it going to affect his game? It didn't at all. It didn't at all. He was fine last night. So I'm kind of scratching that from, like I said, I'm done thinking of it, talking about it. If he wants to talk about being MVP and defensive player of the year, okay, I can live with it now because I don't think it's affecting his play at all.
It's it feels like that we're nitpicking with Joel Embiid.
I like
because he is so amazing.
It's so hard to get an MVP.
But I don't like. I honestly, I'd rather.
He should want it.
I don't care.
It's okay if he wants it.
If he wins the MVP and they lose in the second round again, what the hell does it mean?
Usually an MVP leads their team pretty deep into a playoff run.
Last year, Jokic, what did he do? Second round?
Well, he lost his, Jamal Murray.
I understand that.
That's
and
a big
by the
blow.
way, but you know what he's doing
Aaron
this year
Gordon,
too?
I
And by the way,
think,
he's missing 2 of his star players this year.
Yeah, and they're okay.
No, they're doing all right. And they came into your building last night in a game you really needed, and you lose to them.
They're well coached.
They are really well coached.
Yeah, I always like Mike Malone.
Really well coached.
Yeah, I think we are ignoring the fact that the Sixers played the day before and had to travel.
And Denver was coming off 2 losses. I mean, it's what
the Sixers played last Monday. Mm-hmm. They played Thursday, and they played Sunday. They had 2 days off between each of the games they played last week. Oh my God, they had to play back to back.
No, you see, you're looking at the body of work. You're not looking at the playing.
No, I'm looking at the travel.
Traveling, and playing. I mean, that's difficult to do.
I get you.
It takes a toll on the body.
I get you.
But just because you got rest 5 days ago, it doesn't help you out now.
It should, though.
I don't think it does, though.
Yeah, but it does, because that's conditioning time.
Take 3 days.
Time to be in better conditioning.
Take 3 days off. Run today, run tomorrow. And if you're tired tomorrow, I'll tell you, well, you had 3 days off.
Yeah. Look, I look at this team. I look at this team very, very shakily, as far as depending on the matchups, very shakily.
I think matchups will dictate a lot. I still think they're a contender. It's just going to take a lot. You're going to have to overcome a lot.
We all agreed, though. Conference finals. Anything else unacceptable?
Yeah, just don't get Brooklyn in the first round.
Got to win the first 2. Got to win the first 2 series. We will see how that all shakes out. Now, the Eagles are a better defense today than they were yesterday. But what does the addition of Hassan Reddick mean for the Eagles in the draft? We'll talk about some of that with Jamie and more. Coming up, it's the John Kincade Show. Welcome aboard here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, guys, take a shot on college hoops this March with a risk-free bet on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Whether you're new to FanDuel or already have an account, all customers get a risk-free bet on the bracket. Sign into the FanDuel Sportsbook app to claim yours today. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, then sign up with promo code Bob. Then you can bet on that underdog you've had your eye on for weeks, or just go with the favorite. Either way, it's risk-free. A lot of local guys here in this tournament that you might want to keep an eye on. Obviously, Villanova right down the street, but you also have Chris Mooney, Archbishop Ryan's own Chris Mooney, leading the Richmond Spiders. Maybe that affects the way you bet. I don't know. I try not to let that do it. You want to bet with your head, not with your heart, but sometimes I have trouble doing that. And with cash out, the ball's in your court. So you can close out your bet whenever you want before the game is over. There's no better place to bet the tournament than FanDuel Sportsbook. Join now with promo code Bob. Sign into the FanDuel Sportsbook app to claim your risk-free bet today. Must be 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $5. Offer is non-transferable. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Listen, I like kids, but this is not a kids' environment. This is like HBO. No limits.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Do your days involve constant virtual meetings and the need for connecting with coworkers wherever they are? Have you transformed your offices to meet these needs? Haverford Systems can keep employees safe and connected using the best equipment to stay productive throughout the day. Haverford Systems is Philly's most experienced audiovisual company, designing custom solutions to provide employees with the technology they need to get their work done seamlessly, whether they're working from home or from the office. Haverford can provide systems for audio and video conferencing, live streaming, video surveillance, paging, and sound masking. For a free site visit and estimate, go to haverford.com. That's HAVERFORD.com. Mention the Fanatic and receive a free web camera. That's right, a free web camera. Go to haverford.com today and get your office ready for the future. That's haverford.com.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
In the 1974 preseason, Milwaukee Bucks center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made it clear he wanted to move to a major city, specifically his hometown of New York City or Los Angeles. After a failed attempt by the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Bucks agreed on a deal to send Kareem and his backup Walt Wesley to L.A. for 4 players. He went on to win 5 titles with the Lakers, as well as 3 regular season MVPs.
Build your winning team today. Go to LinkedIn.com linkedin.com/sports.
Every team is one conversation away from a trade that can make all the difference. The same is true for your business. That's why when you post a job for free, LinkedIn Jobs taps into a network of over 770 million professionals to find the right people for your role. LinkedIn Jobs helps you narrow down to only the most qualified candidates, which means you can start hiring the right people faster. Go to linkedin.com/sports to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
College basketball season is heating up, which means it's time for the Wendy's Wooden Watch. In 2002, I was honored to have received the John R. Wooden Player of the Year Award, which is presented to the country's most outstanding men's and women's player, who is also making progress towards earning a degree. This year, players like Chet Holmgren, Jaden Ivey, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston are all vying for the trophy. So who will take it home? The 2022 John R. Wooden Men's and Women's Player of the Year Award is presented by Wendy's.
At Wendy's, March is madness. With our breakfast Baconator. Sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant. Both made with fresh cracked eggs. Or even a honey butter chicken biscuit. And we're just getting warmed up. Get 50% off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order through the Wendy's app. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
For a limited time at participating Wendy's via app offer only. Account registration required. No discount applies to taxes or fees. Not valid with any other offer.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So instead, we're going to hire a professional voice actor and pay him absurd amounts of money to say,
I like this product.
Not sure why that was better. I mean, I'm a professional too, but we didn't pay him to say the business part, so back to me. Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. Sorry, I know hearing me say it was a bit of a letdown. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. It's also AutoZone's national hiring event. We're hiring all positions, from sales to warehouse and drivers, both part-time and full-time. Visit careers.autozone.com or any one of our stores.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
You want it warmer. He wants it colder. So you turn the thermostat up. He turns it down. Warmer, colder, up, down. Where does it end? With a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system with whole-house air filtration from your Delaware Valley Train Comfort Specialist. These new Train systems provide even, consistent heat throughout your home, along with cleaner, healthier air for comfort and savings everyone can agree on. Visit Train.com to find a Delaware Valley Independent Train Comfort Specialist near you. It's hard to stop a train.
Tonight, NBC's #1 comedy is back.
It's the return of Young Rock.
Based on Dwayne Johnson's true life story.
The new season has more of everything you love.
More Little Dewey?
Yep.
More teenage Dwayne?
Mm-hmm.
More 80s wrestling legends like Andre the Giant and Macho Man Randy Savage?
Oh, yeah.
More DJ playing football?
In Canada, of all places.
Yes!
But the biggest reason to watch? It's a crazy story you have to see to believe.
Exactly.
Young Rock returns.
With Dwayne Johnson.
Tonight on NBC.
So given a choice, I'd rather have a robot butler than a jetpack. But what was my point? Oh yeah, a bunch of the games on the Caesar Sportsbook and Casino app have live dealers and live players. Download it and you can play with real people. And how do we not have jetpacks by now? Where's the future we were promised, people?
Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only for new players. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. Gambling problem? New Jersey and Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Warmer weather is here, and I'm so excited for the snow to get the hell out of my backyard so I can get to work tackling the yard work around my house. And it might sound funny, but I got new equipment from Lawn and Golf Supply Company, and I'm itching to get out there. Yard work is a breeze. I actually enjoy doing it. And keeping my lawn looking pristine is a piece of cake with the new Club Cadet XT1 LT50 riding mower from Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville. Lawn and Golf are the experts when it comes to not only your mowers, but all of your outdoor power equipment needs. Plus, they have a top-rated service department for the outdoor equipment in the area. If you have outdoor power equipment you need service, Lawn and Golf will arrange to pick it up, bring it back to their service shop, and deliver it back to you, ready to tackle any project on your to-do list. And now is the time. If you have any brand of mower or outdoor power equipment you need serviced, Get into lawn and golf today because check this out. Fanatic listeners get 10% off service when you simply mention my name. You get 10% off just telling them that you heard about it here on The Fanatic. So check them out at lawn-golf.com. Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville. Everything turf.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yep, this is really happening. You're listening to us knuckleheads instead of doing something that you could be productive in.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
7 o'clock hour, the John Kincade Show is brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice. The Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. Did you ever have any accomplishment academically?
Twice.
What did you do academically?
In 8th grade, I was challenged by my teacher to get an A in English because then you didn't have to take the final exam, and she didn't think I could do it, and I did.
And you did. Good job. Good job.
And then I think I had my basketball coach said he bet I couldn't fail a class, and I think I did. So, yeah, twice.
He bet you couldn't fail a class. Pat, any academic, like anything in the realm of academics that you were awarded for or anything?
7th and 8th grade, you got to take a history quiz. And they only quote honored the top 10 students that took the quiz in the class, and I finished top 10 every time.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much.
History's great.
How many kids were in the class?
11.
We had probably 35 kids in a class, and then six classes. So
six dropouts.
Wow, Pat, that's awesome.
That's not
Seriously.
bad though.
No,
That's a good one.
So that was it.
That was yours.
That's honestly it. That's all I got.
Anything, Jamie? We're all very academically. Coach, anything?
I won a couple grants in college. Does that count? That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, Coach, anything?
Yeah, when I graduated with my bachelor's degree.
No. Grades like school, not college.
Oh, no.
Yeah, college is
nothing. College is different.
Nobody cares about your college career.
Everybody grows up in college.
We're talking third grade.
Like when you're in like
my answer is no.
Nothing. Boy, we all not very accomplished.
Way to go, Coach.
I just always remember the Ides of March. It's my cousin Jason's birthday today. So, Jason Janizelli, happy birthday to you. I always remember he was born in the Ides of March, but I won the spelling bee the day he was born. That's the only thing I ever. That is the only thing I ever did. Like I can ever think of my academic career that I ever did was win a spelling bee.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's all, and it was once. Like it wasn't like.
Yeah, but they can never take that away from you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the 2008 Phillies. A lot of fans look at that like a failure. And a lot of people look at you, John, like a failure.
Very
but
similar.
They can never take away the third grade spelling bee.
They can't take away spelling bees. You win them, there it is. Happy birthday, Jason. The Eagles are a better defense immediately today with the addition of Hassan Reddick. And I got to tell you, I'm still a little confused how it's going to look, how he's going to be used, and everything like that. But Jamie's the draft guy, and this is his responsibility. This is his homework assignments and everything. And I wonder if we're just talking about free agency, which we still have a tamper period before free agency actually begins tomorrow afternoon and these signings can go down. Jamie, I want to start with you here. What do you expect anything in the tampering period coming our way that we should expect? And also, too, is how do you think this affects the draft, the fact that you went and invested big in Reddick? And he is he's top 4 paid linebacker now.
Yeah. I think, what it does is probably removes a Dean or a Lloyd from your first-round board. I do think that. I think you might take a shot on a second or third-rounder linebacker, but I think they feel as though there's more pressing needs in this draft because it's a strong draft at cornerback and defensive line. So I think they went, all right, well, we can fill a pass rush need and a position of need in free agency here. It makes a lot of sense. That way they can, not give a full plate to a rookie and just say, hey, you're our pass rush specialist only. Just worry about that year one. Like an Ojabo or one of these guys that's a little more project-y. You don't want to give him a full workload. Hassan can basically cut some of that off their plate.
And Tudor.
Yeah, and
Reddick's 5 years in, right?
Yeah,
5 years in. He's 5 years.
He was the same draft as Barnett.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's 5 years then.
Yeah.
How's he ever gonna? I mean, is he going to be able to get as many dumb penalties though? That's the question.
The wide receiver market is absolutely insane. I mean, I mentioned Christian Kirk yesterday might get $15 million on the open market.
He get 18?
He got like 17 or 18 per. That's a lot of money. I like Christian Kirk a little bit, but holy,
I hear people.
Jeez.
I hear people talking about the Kirk deal yesterday, and I don't understand what they don't get.
Well, the cap's going up.
The cap's going up.
So the numbers are going to go up.
And the cap's going to go up next year even bigger.
Yeah.
And more importantly, if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you have to overpay guys to say, come here.
They're paying Zay
As
Jones.
opposed, like, and people are like confused by it going, boy, Jacksonville's signing these terrible contracts.
And they have a lot more to spend, too.
They have to spend money because they got to lure people there.
Yeah, so we'll see what Juju ends up going for. He's likely on a 1-year deal, so I still think you're live when it comes to him. Because he's going to want to prove it type of deal. I don't think he's signing long term.
Who is the fiercest competitors there? Any idea?
I think I had read, Juice Landry getting released helps, I think, because of Chiefs or Bills.
Go Landry.
So would go with the more Landry than the Juju guy. I think Juju still kind of fits here. But I think there was some impact on the draft and what else is coming yesterday for sure.
Yeah, the Hassan Reddick thing screamed to me like, okay, that's your edge rusher there. It screamed to me that you still need a linebacker.
It does to me too.
Yeah, I don't see him being that linebacker guy. I think he's edge guy.
Wasn't picked up, to your point.
Right, yeah. So, I like that. If they're going to use him the way they should as the edge rusher, whatever it is, going after the quarterback, okay, get me a playmaking linebacker.
Yeah.
A real,
Something in my head just tells me they like Davion Taylor.
They should like Davion Taylor, right?
I like him. Him, T.J. Edwards, and Hassan Reddick. All of a sudden, you go, all right, that's a starting point. That's why I just think linebacker's more of a second or third round thing.
You need 4, I guess.
Yeah, you need 4.
So I still believe they will draft a linebacker.
I do too.
With one of the first 3.
I just don't think it's in the first round.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe they're going to draft.
I would love it if they did, though.
Oh,
I would love if they got a first-round linebacker.
It's the big thing is this transforms everything. The one thing is, though, is like I think the wide receiver market is going to tell us a lot because Howie reportedly is in on kicking tires on a lot of wide receivers. So I'm seeing here on one of them that Juju Smith-Schuster is finding a lukewarm market.
Yeah, and that benefits the Eagles.
It does. But it means that the hottest candidates
get paid.
But
the fact that they were so in on Calvin Ridley tells you that they agree that room needs upgrading.
By the way, how'd you like that story?
Yeah.
I kept telling people and going, I was hearing things that it was bad on Calvin Ridley.
Why didn't he just have his cousin
first off,
bet?
he quit. He quit on his team. He Ben Simmonsed it with his teammates, which didn't go over well, and then was like wanting to leave Atlanta for no reason. For no reason at all. He had no reason to be there. He's with a guy that is Matt Ryan will end up in the Hall of Fame whether you believe he belongs or not. He's going to belong.
Yeah.
And
especially after they traded Julio too.
He had no reason to want, and then he just goes and does this, and people were arguing me. I'm saying just trust me. You don't want Calvin Ridley. You do not want this. Now by the way, that suspension from what I've been told, it may be more than a year.
Jeez.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
It may go longer.
Yeah.
Because you can't fix stupid.
No.
You cannot fix stupid.
But it does tell you that the Eagles want to upgrade that position.
They did.
So I think Juju's the thing that's going to kind of fall into their lap. 1-year deal, maybe 10, 11 million.
It's going to tell me, though, that
12 million.
The top guys have no interest in the quarterback thrown to them.
Well, Devontae Adams is the top guy.
No, I'm not talking about Devontae kicking that. But even DJ Chark, if they go and get him, then that's Howie doing some great work.
Yeah.
Because he's being talked about by, do you want to go have Derek Carr throwing you the football? Do you want to have all these other quarterbacks that throw him the football that I think it speaks to the quarterback?
And Chris Godwin's the other one. And if he's got a chance to play with Brady again, I'm sure he'll take it.
Yeah, and let's not forget, this Eagles team isn't too far off from, we talk about linebacker they never want to spend money on. Alshon Jeffrey was one, but they're not big on spending big money on wide receivers usually.
They spend
either.
draft capital.
Yeah.
Well, man, you never, and maybe that's what they'll do.
That's why I think they want to address it and get a proven commodity. I don't think they want another wide receiver failure in the first round.
Yeah, I think the Ridley thing was telling.
Okay, using your thought process then, though, if they didn't want to use, if they don't want to use draft capital on a wide receiver, and you don't believe they're going to draft a linebacker.
I think they'll draft one, just not in the first round.
No, but I'm talking about the 3 first-round picks.
Okay, yeah.
If they're not thinking linebacker, they're not thinking wide receiver.
I think there's going to be two
ends.
I think there's only going to be 2 picks. I think it's your best defensive lineman and your best cornerback. One of the cornerbacks we'll preview in a little bit. But
Can't wait for that one.
I think those are the 2 positions they're most horny for.
By the way, if you're very excited about the draft like we are here at the show, and Jamie has homework, we're going to have a great news for you coming up at 8 o'clock today. You must be listening at 8 o'clock for our big announcement coming up a little bit later on. You know, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White, because Bradford White is here for the pro. It is in the linchpin, Jamie wants to talk about how is it possible that the Sixers find themselves in this situation.
This is the linchpin.
In what world does an NBA basketball team not have an above-the-rim player? People talk about it all the time with the concerns with this team. It's bench, it's transition defense, and its lack of perimeter playing athletes. Matisse Thybulle needs to develop a ferociousness to his game. He's the only guy on the team that can really play above the rim. Joel Embiid is not a great dunker.
No.
He's not. If he's got a clear breakaway, he can do something cool, but he's not great. You saw it last night. He blew by, it might have been Jokic at the top of the key.
It was Jokic. Yeah, he went for the steal.
Had a pretty open lane. Somebody reached in to kind of try and steal the ball, and it threw his whole body off balance, and he missed the dunk. He's not a great dunker. Nobody on the team is. And
I don't even understand how that can be.
And I don't understand how that's even possible.
When you're that big.
It's the NBA.
Yeah. They don't have a guy that can dunk in traffic.
No.
Like Tobias Harris did it a few games ago where he drove baseline and went up and slant, and it was like, whoa, it was an anomaly.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, that was nice. And it wasn't that anybody's around, but he made a nice, strong move. They don't have strong attacking the rim players.
You saw JaMychal Green do it like 4 times last night.
Yeah.
And that's just an average guy in the NBA. You don't need to be Ja Morant throwing down on centers, but somebody's got to play above the rim.
Yeah, they don't have that.
It's amazing.
Well, they have guys that can't even make bunnies.
No.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, rebounding in traffic, it's something I've talked about for a while. Like, rebounding in traffic is not a Joel Embiid specialty at all.
No.
I mean, if you could watch his rebounding, and God bless him, he's grabbing 11 a game, whatever. I would love to count up through a 5-game stretch how many of those are contested rebounds.
Do it, you
where
coward.
he goes up through people or in a crowd of people, goes up and grabs. It rarely happens. Tobias Harris isn't that guy. James Harden isn't that guy. Matisse Thybulle is probably the most athletic.
Yes.
And can go up and over some people sometimes in a surprising way. Yeah. Tyrese Maxey made a great move last night, went up for a dunk when he passed Jokic. But he's 6'2".
He's not an above-the-rim player.
You're right. And what? And then you bring off the bench George
Niang, Danny Green.
I mean, you're right. Athletic wings is not a specialty of this team, no question.
I mean, it's
kind of incredible.
I think it's where, again, and I speak to what Chunas and Ty are always calling out. Fans are scared of this team. Fans are scared to believe. I'm scared to believe in this team because of the roster construction. And I continue to be scared of it. This roster construction is not complete. I mean, it's not even, they were more complete before the Harden trade. They were a more complete team before the Harden trade.
They gave up some huge depth pieces, and I think that they banked on getting that back in the veteran buyout market, and they failed. I mean, DeAndre Jordan is a fine backup. I mean, there weren't a lot of options out there. We've talked about that, but man, when they lose, it is frustrating because you start to nitpick the little things that they struggle at. I mean, Joel Embiid had 1 rebound in the last 5.5 minutes of the game. 1. And that 1 rebound was when it literally, basically just bounced to him.
Yeah.
Nobody went up for it. He doesn't fight for rebounds. And look, I get it. We're nitpicking a guy who's probably going to win the MVP award, but it is frustrating when a team as a whole struggles to rebound and your best player is one of those pieces. It frustrates the hell out of me.
But you're frustrated because they lost again. At home again.
If they had won, I'm not bitching about rebound.
Right.
How much better? Imagine this team if you had a Seth Curry coming off the bench.
Telling you.
So if you had Seth Curry and Niang coming off the bench, I think we're all kind of like,
it's a
well,
much
now
better team.
To look at the bright side of things, Seth Curry was kind of just a vagabond around the league and easily obtainable. And he's still one of the best shooters in the league. Finding an athletic wing should have been, or still could be, kind of easily attainable. But we talked about it before they even got Harden, and after they got Harden right at the beginning. This bench just isn't deep enough. And Daryl Morey didn't do a good enough job of building up this whole roster for this year.
They're 19-15 at home, James. 19-15 at home. I mean, it's lame, and part of it is they can't close out games where they have 19-point leads.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, it's a problem. I know he's hurt now, but DeAndre Bembry, he could have been a throw-in in that trade. I don't know why you wouldn't have grabbed somebody like that as a bench piece. You know what I mean? He was cut, and then he got signed by Milwaukee, but you could have had it. Why not sign
something?
him?
That's what annoys me.
What?
Milwaukee continues to work and tinker, and I brought up, they're signing Tyreek Evans to their G League team.
Yeah.
That takes nothing. You have no, Tyreek Evans.
That's no
could
risk.
Very well be cooked. But throwing him in Delaware to see if he's not cooked, there's no risk. And not only that, but hey, it'll probably help Delaware out because they'll probably sell some more tickets because he's from Chester. So, it's the frustration of, I feel like this front office and this team is the dog in the burning building saying this is fine.
Oh, I've responded with that and the Frank Drebin, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
With the people going
such a great
my
movie.
gosh, you are just, so overreacting to this. You're not overreacting. You got your head in the sand or somewhere else if you are not alarmed with what you're seeing out of the Sixers.
They played basically.
I mean, seriously, you're just being a pom-pom shaker.
They've
That's
played
all.
two contenders. I mean, because I nobody really thinks Chicago
They've played two contenders.
They've played two contenders since they traded for Harden, and they've lost to both of them. Now, one of them was on a back-to-back, but the other one they got smacked in. And the same deficiencies in both games reared its ugly head. They can't rebound in their lack of depth. So, yeah, there's problems.
And it seems like nobody wants to acknowledge it. It seems like it's as if it's just calm down. You're being too critical. You're being too.
Yeah, I think people are very much. Man, this isn't what we thought.
Well, I also still think they're contenders. I do.
I think they're contenders still. Yeah.
I don't. It's not.
Are you talking about a contender to win a title?
Yeah.
To have a parade?
Yeah. If they get it together. Yeah. I mean, they're one of few. Wow. I mean, how many true contenders are there?
I cannot see that roster winning a championship. Can I see them getting to the conference finals? Absolutely. And by the way, we all agreed that is the minimal expectation, winning 2 series.
Yeah, but if you're
nothing else is acceptable.
If you're in the conference finals, you're one of the last 4 teams.
Correct.
Contending.
That is absolute. But you can get to a conference final and say they ain't winning anything. The Atlanta Hawks did it last year. They were one of the final 4 teams.
Has a point.
One of the final 4 teams last year, and not one person in the world thought the Hawks had a chance to win a championship.
But that wouldn't be the Sixers team if they got there.
Yeah. I guess I'm just not as high on the roster as some other people, or believe it all. It's all going to work out.
You still have one of the top 4s in the East, and you got to rely on that. You have to lean heavy on that, and these guys are going to have to work their ass off, be in tip-top shape.
Don't you need 6 or 7 to win? Don't you need 7 to win a title?
You probably need 6.
Well, yeah, I'd be more comfortable with 7 or 8, even 8 being your spec. Look, in an ideal world, George Niang would be borderline one of your specialists going into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
You would have an athletic wing. You would obviously have your center backup. You probably have a point guard that's coming off the bench also. And then, all right, who's your specialty shooter? George Niang at 18 to 20 minutes a guy. Right now, he's your only sub that this team can rely on, and therefore you're going to have to go with him 25 minutes a game?
And Doc Rivers yesterday said that they feel as though they can go 11 deep.
What is he talking about? I understand, but it goes because
Doc,
of this.
No, man.
Because of this whole combative nature and everything, it goes unchallenged.
Yeah.
Doc, can you explain to me the 11?
Yeah, can you tell me who those 6 are?
Doc, who are these guys that you believe you can go to?
Don't tell me Furkan. I don't want to hear it.
How about, I would say, who's the 8 that you believe in?
Well, he might say that, but his actions show totally different.
Yes.
He hasn't played Furkan Korkmaz. He throws in Shake Milton to say, well, let me see if he can break out a little bit of something here. Who else? I mean, Danny Green. Danny Green had wide open shots last night for a shooter, and he went 0 for 5.
Is our boy Connor Thomas still on Korkmaz Mountain? Is he still there?
Really?
He was a Korkmaz believer. He's a Korkmaz fan.
The first 2 weeks of the year, I was starting to believe, and then cold water really hit.
Hey, check out Boston Architectural College virtual open house. Boston Architectural College offers excellence in design education. Virtual open house is on March 23rd. Visit the-bac.edu and check that out. If cold water was hitting you in the face, you obviously don't have a Bradford White.
Clearly not.
Because they're here for the pro.
Or you don't have 4 kids living at home.
They drain it all out. So, yeah, it's just unbelievable.
You don't know how many cold showers I've taken in my life, and not because I have to, James, because I know where your mind's going.
Ooh, Tommy Tough-Nuts. I like
bastard.
basketball, beer, sex, and cold showers.
I don't like them.
He doesn't like them.
I don't like them.
No.
That's what happens when you have 4 kids, though. Sometimes you're the last one to get in there.
Don't want to be the last one in. So, by the way, tomorrow we have our PJ's Wing Off.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
We will be at the PJ Willihan's Test Kitchen tomorrow. And one of us, we will document it for you on social media. One of us will create a Wing of the Month for PJ Willihan's.
One of us already got a pity email.
Bob got the pity email yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, it's all over. You're great, Bob. Great
Maybe
ideas.
I made that up. You guys don't know.
Bob Bovada has your odds of winning at like plus 10 million.
By the way, who does Coach? If you were to set the odds,
yep.
Who will come up with the Wing of the Month? Who will be the winner of the 4
Yeah,
of
let's
us?
hear your odds.
So right now,
If you're setting up the odds.
yeah, John and Jamie are both tied with at minus 130.
Okay, minus 130.
I'm coming up with the other 2.
Okay.
And I will have them
All right, good.
shortly.
So we're tied for it. Is it tied for it?
Can't have a tie.
By the way, my daughter made a prediction on Egan's wing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
that should be good.
So I have a prediction on Egan's wing.
And she knows he's a sugar junkie, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So she made a prediction, and we'll see if she's right on one of them. So
For
she wanted me
someone
to
I've
take
only
pictures.
met like 3 times, she knows me pretty well.
She loves Pat Egan.
Yeah, she knows me. She knows me fairly well.
My wife and daughter, they think you're a wonderful person.
I mean, I'm not the worst person.
No, you're not the worst. And I've told them that. He's not the worst person.
I mean, am I the best person? Probably not. But
No,
like,
but
still.
they find you very
Not the
fascinating.
worst.
There's definitely better, Pat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm just reading the email now. Hey, Bob, let's just end the wing contest
Yeah,
right
there we
here
go.
and now. Your
By the way,
submissions
yeah.
were
I was told-
unbelievable.
I was told
and
one of my
challenged
wings
me as a chef.
Belongs in the Louvre.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I was told.
What? You're what?
My wing belongs in the Louvre.
Yeah, I know where your wing belongs.
Are you confident in the Phillies' plan? Because a big name is coming in left field, you would think. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Look, you have to hire a lawn care service. Every year you say your lawn's not up to snuff or your neighbor's lawn looks better because you're not using Natural Lawn of America. My lawn care company, Natural Lawn of America, has been creating green lawns. They do it quickly, they do it more naturally, and they do it with fewer weeds since 1987. It's not a cookie-cutter lawn care approach. So they don't just pull up and start feeding your lawn the same lawn that they feed the giant companies do every other lawn on the block. They specialize their care, and the unique approaches reduce pesticide use by 85%. It's a safer lawn for your family and pets to enjoy, locally owned and operated by a family right here in the Delaware Valley. You don't have to compromise your safety with other lawn care outfits. Do it now. Join Natural Lawn of America with a limited time offer. You get free seeding every year. That's free seeding every year. Schedule Natural Lawn's full service program and get free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED, 800-FREESEED. Choose my lawn care company, Natural Lawn of America, where you get greener grass and fewer weeds. Guaranteed.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano here with my childhood friend, Bob Marino, now president, Huntington Valley Bank. Bob's still on the board of directors at Spring Garden Lending, But, Bob, who's the new voice?
Yo, Ed, I have a superstar for you. Meet Spring Garden Lending's new president, Andy Racklin, a national leader in finance and economic development.
Andy, great to meet you.
Hey, man, happy to be here.
What's your game plan?
Look, it's to grow Spring Garden Lending. We're going to increase the number of markets we serve. We're going to increase the products we offer, and we're going to maintain the positive impact we have in our communities.
Now, I know you specialize in bridge loans to acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance properties to rent or flip.
Yep, and we have 30-year fixed-rate perm financing, too.
What attracted you to Spring Garden Lending?
Spring Garden Lending has a proven track record of supporting small developers who are often challenged with finding a square deal through traditional sources.
A leg up, huh?
Absolutely. Our borrowers are the backbones of their communities, and their success is our success.
Bob's a goat. Spot on, man. Handing the ball to Andy. He's a champ. Good hands at Spring Garden Lending.
Verizon knows you need internet speeds you can rely on at a price you can trust. Switch to Verizon Fios, the 100% fiber optic network with upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable and internet plans with no surprises. Enjoy gaming with ultra-low lag, streaming your favorite shows and movies, and video chatting to stay connected with your friends and family. All with no hidden fees and no expiring promo prices. Plans start at just $39.99 per month with AutoPay. That's right. Faster speed and reliability costs less than you think. No surprises, no caveats, just the 100% fiber optic network and 100% price transparency. That's Verizon Fios. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. February 23rd, 2022 speed claim based on Fios gigabit connection max upload speeds of 880 megabits per second versus 35 megabits per second advertised upload speeds for Xfinity Gigabit, Spectrum Internet Gig, and Optimum 1 Gig plans. $15 per month router charge, $99 setup fee, and terms may apply.
Welcome back to Tourney Talk. We're live with this week's big performer. Who's on fire? What's your secret, Johnson?
It's all about the long game, Bob. I bet and get rewards all tournament long with Unibet's and one special. It really adds up.
There you have it. Bet the tournament with Unibet and earn up to $100 free. Sign up to get $500 risk-free. Download the Unibet Pennsylvania app or visit pa.unibet.com. Unibet, crazy about the odds.
Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
CSX Transportation is an industry leader on the move. The railroad company has immediate openings for freight train conductors. Join the CSX team and start your paid-on-the-job training today, earning nearly $25 per hour with no degree required. If you're safety focused with a passion for great service, you've got what it takes to move your career forward at CSX. Apply at csx.com/careers. That's csx.com/careers. CSX is an equal opportunity employer.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers with Windows 11 Pro and get an easy start to your workday. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. Again, that's 877-ASK-DELL.
Hey, it's Deion Sanders. They call me Coach Prime now. You already know Walmart is your one-stop shop for all those game day essentials. Now, Walmart and Gillette Labs are teaming up to take your game day to the next level. You got to swing by the shave aisle to snag the new Gillette Labs razor and get that W, man.
The new Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar for a shave as quick and easy as washing your face.
How do you make the most of your mow? Tony and Melissa do it on a John Deere Z530M Z-Track mower.
Jump out of the house, a cup of coffee, and I'm at work.
You're riding around, it's like going on a go-kart. And for Rodney, he uses his John Deere X350 lawn tractor to turn his yard into
a happy place. It's a great place to do Tai Chi. I work on my mind, body, and well-being.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your mow. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Want to hear a jingle? Yeah, neither do we. This commercial break is brought to you jingle-free by NJM Insurance. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
Join Planet Fitness now through March 16th and get the PF Black Card for zero enrollment and $22.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
Super soothing hydro massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Zero enrollment, $22.99 a month. Deal ends March 16th. See Club for details.
Thursday is one of the best days of the year, and it's not just because of St. Patrick's Day. It's one of the best days of the year because we kick off the tournament. And BetMGM wants you to be wagering with them, so what they're going to do is they're going to give you an amazing offer. How about this? A free offer at $10 million. So here's what you do. You just hop on to the King of Sportsbook's $10 million bracket challenge. Best part is it's absolutely free to play. And if you pick the perfect college basketball tournament bracket, you're going to end up winning $10 million. If you fall short because you didn't expect that 14-2 upset, not to worry, because the player with the most correct picks, well, you're going to win a guaranteed top prize of $100,000. All you have to do, hop on over to bracket.pa.betmgm.com. That's it. Or you can hop on the BetMGM app. You fill out your bracket. You hope for the best. And then you might want to put some wagers on, that dark horse you like or the favorite or whatever, and just wait to cash in on Thursday and Friday. It is the BetMGM's $10 million bracket challenge. Once again, free to play. Hop on over to bracket.pa.betmgm.com. Perfect bracket gets you $10 million. If you have the highest score, you're going to end up winning $100,000. Must be 21 years of age or older to enter. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hope you're hanging out with the John Kincade Show every day. Hope you're hanging out with Cuz Radio and the Mike Missinelli Show. Hopefully you're streaming all day long. Maybe you're pulling us up at 97.5thefanatic.com and you're listening that way. Or just have your dial button pushed to 97.5 The Fanatic and listen all day long. Anytime. We appreciate it. We appreciate your patronage. We are your Sixer station, and we've got so much going on today at 8 o'clock. A major announcement where could really benefit you. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's coming up. Plus, we've got more Jamie on the draft in just a few moments. Here's Jamie coming up for you. Pat, you said something yesterday, and you said it in the course of the show, so I just wrote it down in the notes, and I had already had it in my notes for Tuesday's show, and it was in direct contrary to me. You said yesterday you're confident that the Phillies are one of the 6 best teams in the National League.
Yeah, and we'll probably end up playing this in Stan Pat around October.
Okay.
As a hey, look how dumb I was.
Now, I'm not doing this to mock you.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. But if that's a byproduct, I'm fine. I want to know the 5. Who are the teams that are better? You tell me right now. Who are the teams that are better than the Phillies in the National League? You got to give me the teams that you say. Okay, if you're saying they're one of the top 6 teams, who are the teams you believe are better than the Phillies right now in the National League?
Braves, Mets.
Okay, Braves and Mets. So that means already you're the 3rd wild card.
Dodgers.
Okay.
Giants.
Okay. You got to give me somebody out of the Central.
I know.
I got 2
Brewers.
out of the Central.
Yeah, Brewers.
Okay, so right there, you've told me that the Phillies are the 3rd wild card. Because you see, the thing is that thinking about the Phillies for the playoffs, if we can come to an agreement or an understanding that we believe that the Mets and the Braves or the Braves and the Mets in any combination are better than the Phillies, then you're saying automatically they're the 3rd wild card, they're the 6th seed. So they're going to be the 6th seed because you're a 3rd place team. So
you're making sense.
I don't see any scenario where they're the 6th best team. I can't do the math and find it.
No,
Dodgers and Giants.
And look, San Diego had a down year last year. I don't know that they're not going to bounce back and be the team that people thought they were going to be last year.
Tatis is missing 3 months.
I hear you.
Did you see what he did?
It's ridiculous. Wait, did you miss the big quote from him?
That was
which one?
He said which one?
Yeah.
Which motorcycle accident?
What motorcycle accident?
If you don't think San Diego is the front office is concerned about Fernando Tatis, you are kidding.
Well, he's
yourself.
always out.
He's
the
made
shoulder
of glass.
thing. He's always out.
He's made of glass.
Real Sports did a really good story on athletes dying in vehicle accidents. Primarily, it is the Latin American players, and they go down to their home country and they just drive insanely erratic. It happened to Jordan Ventura, the pitcher for the Royals. But yeah, this is concerning. I mean, the fact that
Jose Fernandez in a boat accident.
Yeah.
Did you see Pete Alonso's accident?
My God, that was horrible. And his wife's following right behind him when it happens.
Pete Alonso, he says he flips 3 times. Did you see the road he flipped on?
It was torn up.
Yeah, but it's like a residential road.
No, that looked like a 76.
See, it didn't look that way to me at all.
Yeah, I thought it looked like an I-76, like a 2-lane.
It looked like 2 lanes on each side.
Yeah, that's
but it looked like but then I saw green grass and it looks like houses in some of the picture. Like it's not he wasn't driving on. It wasn't on the Schuylkill. It didn't look like.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't on the Schuylkill. But,
I mean,
but
that kind of thing.
If you look at the Schuylkill, though, if you look down, you've got the boats and the houses there. So
yeah, it looked closer than that to me.
I mean, he's driving a tank. So
how fast were you going though? Is what I'm saying.
Well, it doesn't matter how fast he was going. It's how fast the guy that hit him was going.
You're flipping a vehicle 3 times. You had to be going pretty fast.
Yeah, you must be moving pretty good.
You had to be fast.
I mean, you think about that heavy kind of truck. If its momentum gets going, that it's going over, it's going to keep going over.
Keep going and rolling.
That's so scary. And I couldn't even imagine your wife sitting behind you and watching it happen.
And you just get out of it shows you, though, the quality of vehicles today. Like, I don't know about the Batman vehicle, Pat, but the quality of vehicles, Bob, now you can flip 3 times and roll, and you can go break out the windshield and climb out the windshield
it out and got out.
And then go to work.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God, exactly.
Yeah.
So, who are your teams that are better than the Phillies today? Today is currently constituted. I don't see any way they're one of the 6 best teams in the National League.
The Mets still have to not be the Mets. So while on paper they look great and their pitching rotation is phenomenal.
Okay, you can't. Are the Mets better than the Phillies today?
Yes, on paper.
Okay,
but they still that doesn't always translate to the field for them. Is my point. They practice World Series celebrations and spring training like the biggest idiots on earth.
I think this is a little different Mets team. Is just what I'm going to say.
It should be
slightly different.
Should be.
Okay, so Mets,
Braves should be.
Braves
but
definitely are. Better
baseball's weird. Baseball's a weird sport. It really is. Sometimes things click. Sometimes things fall apart for teams. So is there a World Series hangover there? We don't know. You just said they lost their leader.
They absolutely did.
On
they
paper,
also did a great job replacing them.
Yeah. But last year they lost their 3 major stars and won a World Series.
I know.
I mean, to me,
I still don't know who this Phillies team is.
There's no way the Braves and Mets are not better than the Phillies.
If Castellanos and Chapman are, my third baseman and left fielder, I'm going to feel a lot better about things.
Well, that's what we're talking about today.
Well,
today.
Yeah, but they're behind those teams.
But today, that's all I'm saying is Braves and Mets.
But I'm saying that could change quickly.
It could, but we're talking today. We're having the conversation today.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Are they better? They're not one of the 6 best teams today. It's not close. I don't think it's close.
I mean, I don't think they're far off.
Brewers and Cardinals are better than them. Dodgers and Giants are better than them. Braves and Mets are better than them.
But again, Giants, who knows if they come back to reality?
Well, they want what's reality? They want 107. So what's reality? 92? Yeah.
I mean,
whatever. I already said whatever number the Giants post as a win-loss, I will bet the under.
Would you feel confident in saying that the Phillies are the 3rd best team in every division?
No.
Probably.
No. They're not better than the Padres.
Maybe not.
No, so I'm going to say no. 7. I wouldn't feel confident. Right, exactly. I mean,
I'm not sold on the Padres.
Yeah, baseball's the weirdest sport.
I got you. I mean, the Tatis injury's huge.
Their collapse exposed not just the makeup of the team, but it exposed the dynamic in that clubhouse. I mean, the fact that you had Manny Machado yelling at Fernando Tatis, that to me was kind of telling.
Are the Cubs better than the Phillies?
No.
I don't believe that.
Not even close.
So, I mean, they're a third. Like, to me, the Phillies have 3rd place written all over them, but they're also a team that can't beat the Marlins. And I got to believe the Nationals will be better than they were last year.
Hard to be much worse.
Yeah. It's hard to be worse. But I don't know, man. It's what do you think about Brad Hand? Pat?
I like it.
Pat, you like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
$6 million, I like it.
Yeah, it's funny because they signed Jarvis Familia for the same amount of money, and I'm like, that's gross. And then they signed Brad Hand for the same amount of money. I went, oh, okay, I like that a little bit better. They've done a sneaky good job with this bullpen. And they signed Corey Knebel for before the lockout. I like that move a lot. The unfortunate thing is I foresee a situation of another closer by committee.
Oh,
and
boy.
I don't want that at all. If they go out and they get an actual legitimate closer, whoever he may be, and they solidify it, then I'd love it.
If Kimbrel's here, it's awesome.
But if they go into the season and this is their bullpen, and we don't know who the closer is, and it's a, quote, open competition, then I'm going to hate it.
Yeah, I won't like it at that.
Yeah, I something tells me just in my gut that Kimbrel's in play.
I hope he is.
I think Castellanos is the play. It's been too quiet there with not a lot of other suitors emerging for him. And something tells me
Colorado's pushing deep on Bryant. I see, right?
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing is that if
and the Blue Jays want Schwarber apparently pretty bad.
I said yesterday they also ran on Freeman big time.
Good.
And Freddie may go
Get
to
him to the AL.
and Freddie may go to Canada.
Good.
And do that and go to and because they're willing to load up the Brinks truck for him.
Go chug some maple syrup.
No,
Freddie.
I'd rather see him out of the National League.
Yeah, entirely.
I wonder how many of the restrictions in Canada, how that will take effect with free agents wanting to go there or not.
I forgot about that.
And tax rate's huge up there.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
Did you happen to see what Harper said yesterday?
The general manager, Bryce Harper?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Like,
Is he?
I know that you can't stand when he
How about
pops up.
a great
I really,
right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, but if the guy's played right
How many
field
games has he
and
played?
He said he was a great. Did he say great?
Left fielder.
Left fielder.
Left fielder, excuse me. He said a great left fielder. He's played 8 games there.
Yeah, okay, but he's played right field and third base. So the idea that's an easier position in left field.
Okay.
I mean, that's like saying you're a great 2 to 6
saying
host.
is it just
so that
just say there you
Phillies
go.
won a World Series with Greg Luzinski and Pat Burrell in left field.
Yeah,
so,
I got you.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no
I got
doubt in
you.
my mind he'd be a great left fielder. But his quote was accurate. If they don't get either Kyle Schwarber, Chris Bryant, or Nick Castellanos,
It's a failure.
Then it's gross.
And he's right.
And I'm sitting here as a guy yesterday saying Kyle Schwarber, I won't really
Schwarber's
I'd take Schwarber over what they have right now.
Which is no one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll take him over no one, but that's going to be the absolute consolation prize.
But like,
if it's Schwarber, it is a consolation prize.
But I love my top player, leader of the team, MVP of the league, pushing front office to do the right thing. I don't know what's not to like about it.
I'm with him.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. I don't. Like, if you want to put pressure, it's just like us. Come on, Howie, do something. Come on, Dombrowski, do something. It's just like us saying it, but he carries more weight.
He
right?
Should,
so I don't mind it at all.
He does carry
Keep
more
talking,
weight.
Bryce. Keep
He's basically
talking.
a sports radio host.
It actually made me feel better about them landing one of these guys because of his
I think he
relationship
knows,
with John Middleton. Yeah, I think him coming out and saying it, it's going to put pressure on the Phillies to actually do something and not go into a season with 2 question marks.
And again, as yesterday, the Phillies are 5th in payroll. Can we stop with the cheap crap?
We're not. No one's saying they're cheap.
Yeah, they are though. It's
Who?
all over.
Name names.
Pat,
give me a name.
Pat, go on my feed.
No,
and just see how many
you
people
go on
I
your feed.
responded.
Give me a name.
Phil, the Phillies are sitting on the wall. They're totally cheap.
Give
oh my
me a
God,
name.
they're 5th in payroll.
Those are
you
bots.
idiots.
Those
You're
are-
idiots.
You're responding to bots.
Oh, is it Rush? The Russian bots?
Bombay bots.
Bombay bots. Oh, the Phillies are cheap. They're 5th in payroll. Shut up. They're not cheap.
Yeah, they're not.
They might spend money poorly. Maybe they overspent on a 5-year deal for a catcher when they could have spent other places.
No,
I see. I see 6.
It's a good.
There you go.
See,
right?
now
Somebody
they
jumped ahead of them overnight.
They are cheap. They're moving down.
Then they went.
Spend.
Hey, in Jamie's draft content, we know right now there is a lot to be looked at, and in the back end of the defense, we could use some help.
It's the Draft Report with Jamie Lynch. Now, here's Jamie.
Hey, guys, it's me, Jamie.
It's
Jamie. I'm here.
Here's Jamie.
I'm here. This draft report is brought to you by the lovely people at North Penn Mazda. For the 7th year in a row, North Penn is a Mazda President's Award winner, an honor earned only by the top dealerships in the country. And they have inventory, people. If you need a car, get up there. Trent McDuffie. Now, this is going to give some people some PTSD.
Okay.
He's a cornerback from the University of Washington. Just scrap that from your mind.
Yeah, that's hard.
When I saw the name, it made me a little anxious. I will say. And so will breaking your microphone. Just hold it like you're Tom Jones. Hold it like you're Tom Jones.
Hi, it's Jamie.
There you go.
Cornerback Trent McDuffie, University of Washington, 5'11", just shy of 200 pounds. If you like an aggressive-minded cornerback, he's your guy. Most scouts say that he thrives at his best in zone coverage because he can use his aggressiveness to his advantage, and he really understands zone technique and how to attack his kind of quadrant of the zone. He's very physical in the run game. He's a good player in that regard. He does struggle a little bit in press coverage. He's good within like the first 7 to 8 yards, the scouts are saying. A little bit worse downfield. So if you got a guy that you want playing aggressive, kind of up in that first 10 yards, he might be a guy you target. I think that's something Jonathan Gannon does want in his players. Makes him a very interesting name. They say he's rarely ever out of position. He has good body position, and he's rarely out of position.
Yeah, I love hearing that.
Which is great things to hear about a cornerback. His man coverage holds up better, early yardage. He lacks one of the negatives is he lacks the ideal length for your prototypical cornerback in early yardage, but he makes up for a lot of that with great quickness. So he is a very quick player, but sometimes, he doesn't have that length that he's not like a Sauce Gardner where he's not going to have alien arms that are going to break everything up. He's averaging in mock drafts anywhere from 8th through like 15th. So he's one of those guys that'll probably be in the Eagles' range just barely. If they like him enough, maybe he's somebody you consider moving up for a spot or two. A lot of the mocks have him going ahead of Derek Stingley Jr. now from LSU. So he might be the second.
Is that the injury?
Yeah, probably.
Scaring people off?
I mean, he had a bad 2 years, kind of. His
mediocre 2 years.
Yeah, mediocre.
Yeah,
Stingley's freshman year was his best year, and then it was, downhill after that. He has a very high floor, according to scouts, and could be, a potential lockdown guy on the next level, some think. There are some questions, but if you want a physical-minded cornerback, which doesn't really go hand-in-hand with University of Washington, he's probably the guy they look for. But he's an intriguing prospect, and, I'd prefer a Sauce or probably a Stingley myself, but he's considered by scouts to be right there.
Bob, something he said scared the hell out of me, and I didn't like it, about his scouting report. Something bothered me. Do you know what it was? It was the fact that he doesn't have the length, especially to be able to bat balls down and things like that. That scares me to.
Yeah,
I hate that.
The scouts say he's got good ball skills, meaning he can do the best with what he's got.
He's got the IQ for it, and he breaks on the ball.
And he's got the body position for it. It's just he doesn't have that Sauce arm.
Yeah, one of the things I read about him, not the biggest and not the fastest, but his physicality is good. And I was like, does physicality from Washington translate to the NFL? So I agree with you on the other guys. I'm very much higher on than McDuffie.
Yeah, he's somebody that I actually took off my wish list. He is off my wish list.
I mean, if he falls to 15, you have to consider it. But just consider it.
I wouldn't. I guess I'm not ruling it out if he really slid or something. I don't know. But if he did slide, then I'd wonder why is he sliding?
Yeah.
So I like a guy who can break up balls. I like it that they can knock it down and do all that. I'll take that.
And thanks to the people at North Penn Mazda. Check them out. They're the right experience and the right choice right on Route 309 in Colmar.
Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. Now, I wonder if Hassan Reddick will not be as big a rat as J.J. Reddick by the time he leaves town.
Wow. I saw a good commercial with J.J. Reddick on the Sixers game last night. It's pretty funny. Yeah, how about that?
7:49 a.m.
Just saying.
Wow.
Tell me a little bit about the Hassan Reddick deal, Bob, in your opinion. And we talked about it earlier.
It's the feel-good story, right? It's a local kid. It's a guy that, went to Temple, grew up in Camden, attended high school at a couple of places over in South Jersey. It's the feel-good story. You got a guy that 23.5 sacks over 2 years. So I'm like, okay, yeah, there's all balloons and roses on this one. And then my evil mind started to go the other way. And say, oh, they're trying good pickup, good signing. they're getting the fan base to feel all good so that, boom, Deshaun Watson. And I don't allow myself to do that. I really try not to, but I swear to God it popped into my head yesterday. It didn't pop into any of your heads like that yesterday?
Nope.
Not for a second. No, because
I'm an evil person.
I love Hassan Reddick. I mean, I
thought it was a great signing.
At Temple and all that, and I was pumped. Not for 1 second do I think that the signing of Hassan Reddick would usurp or make anybody feel better about the trading for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I didn't say it would make the fans feel better. I'm wondering if the Eagles, and look, this is a far-off thought and just something that you throw out there, but you wonder if the Eagles want to make themselves feel better before maybe doing something.
I get that.
What are you talking about? We got the homegrown guy. We got the guy you wanted. We got everything. We have to go get the good quarterback, even though he's a bad person. Maybe.
I think you give $45 million for a feel-good moment.
Well, no, the feel-good is that he's a good player. Also,
right? You're distinctly better today than you were yesterday.
Sure.
That defensive depth chart's looking a lot nicer.
You know what? You guys make me feel better in that none of you had that feeling come across your mind.
None.
I feel better now.
I did not.
Like the Joel Embiid take that I had earlier that it bothered me before about all his MVP talk, I'm going to wipe this one off the board also.
If they had,
I'm feeling better about myself.
If they had announced like a donation to like a women's charity, then maybe I would give you some points on that of like, they're trying to lay the groundwork for, look, we're involved. And, even though we traded for this guy, look, we make inroads and we help out our community. Not with this one.
By the way, I love Deshaun Watson's absolutely like either just counterintuitive to intelligence or whatever. The idea of, I knew the truth would come out. And now, people, he's innocent. No, that's really not what that means. It just means that they didn't feel, there was no physical evidence for anything. So that's bottom line. They couldn't prosecute. And so I never believed there was criminal behavior either by reading the DMs. But that creep factor, way too high for me. It is way too high for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's too high for the Eagles, too.
It appears New Orleans and Carolina are the two.
And Browns, too. I think he's interested in the Browns. That he's going to consider the Browns.
Good. Go to the AFC.
And then where's Baker Mayfield go? Like, where does Baker Mayfield go?
I don't know.
I like that Houston wouldn't talk to other teams in their division yesterday.
And I don't blame
the Colts.
I don't blame them.
Absolutely
Any
not.
interest? Baker Mayfield becomes available?
Sure.
With this offensive line?
Yeah,
I'd have some interest.
Minimal. What kind of money are we talking?
I don't know. I mean, he's right now going to be a Mitchell Trubisky. He's going to be out on the streets, and then Mike Tomlin sees Mitch Trubisky and says, "Man, I like him." That tells me Mitch Trubisky's about to have a good career in Pittsburgh. Hey, Parks Casino's got the new Parks experience almost here. One amazing app, sportsbook and casino in one. Improved user experience, sleek new design, plus PayPal functionality. You got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. A major announcement. If you are psyched for the draft, you don't want to miss it. That leads off our next hour on the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. If this winter you found yourself cold constantly, let me give you a heads up. I'll make a prediction. You're going to be hot all summer long, and that air conditioning is never going to shut off because you have really bad windows in your home. And my friends at Window Nation want to give you a deal that's going to fix that. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and pay nothing for 2 full years. We're talking no money down, no payments, no interest until 2024. It's an awesome deal with Window Nation. With over 1 million windows installed and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can count on Window Nation. But you're saying maybe they don't have my color, maybe they don't have my size or the style. They do. Go to windownation.com and do your window shopping online. And then take advantage of this great deal. Buy 2, get 2 free, pay nothing for 2 full years. With no money down, no payments, no interest, there's no reason you don't make your home better by summertime. So get in now with Window Nation. Call 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION.
The John Kincade Show.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
If you're planning on hiring a lawn care service, doesn't it make sense to hire a company that provides better results and is safer for your family and pets? Well, that's why I chose Natural Lawn of America. That's my lawn care company. Natural Lawn's been creating green lawns quickly, more naturally, and with fewer weeds since 1987. And Natural Lawn isn't your cookie-cutter lawn care service. Their certified specialists tailor their applications to your lawn-specific need. This unique approach has reduced pesticide use by 85%, creating a safer lawn for your family and pets to enjoy. Locally owned and family operated right here in the Delaware Valley. Stop compromising your safety. It's time you get the results you want and the peace of mind you deserve. Take advantage of Natural Lawn's limited time offer. Free seeding every year. Schedule Natural Lawn's full service program and you'll get free seeding every year. Just call this number, 800-FREE-SEED. That's 800-FREESEED. Choose my lawn care company. It's Natural Lawn of America. Greener grass, fewer weeds. Guaranteed.
Now at T-Mobile, you can get the incredible iPhone 13 on us on the network with more 5G bars in more places.
This is the year, Amelia. The year I become a famous influencer.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
I just got the new iPhone 13 at T-Mobile. It has the most advanced dual camera ever on an iPhone, so my videos and photos are gonna look amazing. And check it out. I have 5G, even out here.
Whoa.
I'll be able to post tons of content. Us influencers gotta stay fresh, you know?
Nice. So, were you gonna learn to sing or dance or something?
Better. Yodeling. Ooh, let's hike up that hill and do a live stream. Yodeling?
I'm good. Thanks.
Head into T-Mobile today, because when you switch, you can get the new iPhone 13 on us on every plan with eligible trade-in. All on T-Mobile's 5G network, with more 5G bars in more places.
Phone via 24 monthly bill credits with qualifying new line plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience and make every moment more by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. Their app is simple to use, and they've got great odds on all different betting markets. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. What are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code PLAY. That's FanDuel Sportsbook. Promo code PLAY.
21 plus and present in Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia. Refund issues non-withdrawable set credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same game parlay available for multiple sports in all states on mobile and web. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. 1-800-770-STOP in Louisiana. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. 1-800-77-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. 467-369 in New York, Tennessee. Redline 1-800-889-9789 and visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. You and your friend both look over at each other, and then he puts his head back out the window. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today. Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
My leg was painful, red, and swollen just doing the crossword puzzle. I could have put off telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
He told his doctor and found out his leg pain, swelling, and redness are deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to the lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. If you have one or more of these symptoms, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Tonight, NBC's #1 comedy is back.
It's the return of Young Rock.
Based on Dwayne Johnson's true life story.
The new season has more of everything you love.
More Little Dewey?
Yep.
More Teenage Dwayne? Mm-hmm. More 80s wrestling legends like Andre the Giant and Macho Man Randy Savage?
Oh, yeah.
More DJ playing football?
In Canada, of all places.
Yes!
But the biggest reason to watch? It's a crazy story you have to see to believe.
Exactly.
Young Rock returns.
With Dwayne Johnson.
Tonight on NBC.
There's more to the ultimate driving machine than you might think. Multiple forces converging to create something uncontainable. Introducing the ultimate thrill of the bold BMW 4 Series, the ultimate innovation of the iconic 3 Series, and the ultimate peace of mind of the best-in-class 5 Series. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And so much more.
Hurry into Lisa 330i X-Drive Sedan for $519 per month. Visit BMWCenters.com.
Start your spring cleaning at Whole Foods Market. Get 25% off 7th generation select cleaning products and laundry detergent through March 15th. Plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Make Bailey's Bar and Grill in Levittown your headquarters to catch Sixers action. Enjoy Corona Extra, Corona Light, and Corona Premier bottles for just $4.50, or make it a bucket for $18 during every game. Enjoy weekly homemade dinner specials. For more info, visit Bailey'sBarandGrillPA.com.
The teams have been selected. There we go, folks. Sometimes these microphones, they're tricky. The teams have been selected, and the biggest tournament of the year is finally here. And there's only a few days left to join in on all the action before the first team tips off this Thursday. DraftKings Sportsbooks is giving new customers a shot to bet just $5 on any team to win and get $200 in free bets. You're pretty much a lock if you take any one seed here, people. If they win, you win. It's that simple. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on college hoops with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win their game and get $200 in free bets if they do. That's code FANATIC. This week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Restrictions apply. In partnership with the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball. And Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Bob, your shooting's off, and it's tournament week.
What else is new?
It is really off. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We're halfway home on this Tuesday edition, and the 8 a.m. hour is brought to you by our friends at Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com, and we appreciate it when you do. You hear us talking about the draft all the time. I saw yesterday on NFL Live that, by the way, we saw that Washington was the last team to have 3 number 1 picks. And that was 20 years ago in the draft, 20-some years ago. But the Eagles actually have the best first, second round situation as far as capital that has come about in a long time. So this is a really monumental draft, and we didn't want to miss it. So we're going to be heading to the draft in Las Vegas, and we want you to be there with us too. So starting on Monday, listen for your chance to win a trip for 2 from our official partner, PhillySportsTrips.com. Travel with the pros. You're going to win round-trip, non-stop flights from Philly to Las Vegas, a 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, which is directly across the street from where the picks are going to be announced. You can walk out the front door of the hotel and watch it. Plus passes to 2 all-inclusive draft parties. It all starts Monday morning. Sponsored by Philly Pretzel Factory, the official soft pretzel of the Philly sports fan, and the all-new Park Sportsbook app. The new Park Sports experience is almost here with one amazing app with Sportsbook and Casino in one. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. We'll tell you more about Iron Mountain Men's Health's going to be on board too, and Window Nation, and we appreciate them wanting to be a part of it. But you will go with us. We had so much fun going to see the Eagles play the Raiders in October. We were sad that Jamie was not with us, but Cardboard Jamie was. Jamie, you will be here for this trip for so the person who wins this trip will know that Jamie will be with us. Correct?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Will be with us. Bob, I mean, is we miss Jamie. Cardboard Jamie wasn't the same. Bob's going,
miss is a strong word.
As much as we want to mock Jamie for other
Yeah.
You missed me. Don't lie, Bob.
I don't know. I was with Pat. We were getting ice cream. I got to tell you, it was pretty good.
Pat, did you miss Jamie at all?
Of course I miss Jamie.
We did.
Yeah, multiple times. Like, Bob's going to sit here and try to be like the outlier. Nah, multiple times we said, and including Bob, said, man, I wish Jamie was here on this trip.
It was usually when we were eating, strangely.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. I often
it was
found
usually
myself
fun in
wondering,
other places, too.
How would Jamie enjoy this?
Yeah, how would
milkshake
Jamie
with a cake in it?
be loving that giant ice cream monstrosity that Pat passes for a breakfast?
Well, no, I actually got breakfast. You're painting this awful picture. I got breakfast. That was just a drink.
I couldn't believe that you. I couldn't believe what you put away that morning. It was unbelievable.
He is impressive.
I basically eat like one meal a day. So
that was crazy town. I mean, that was a crazy meal.
It's just a day in the life of me in Vegas.
It is. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. And we look forward to it. Come on out. You'll be out to Vegas with us. 3-night hotel stay on the Strip, right across the street from the Bellagio fountains at the beautiful Planet Hollywood. And you know the parties are going to be fun. And boys, I believe, I don't know if you've heard the word, I believe I'm hearing rumors that, remember our little pool party that we had fun with?
Yeah.
Jamie didn't get to go to that one?
Daylight.
I'm hearing that maybe we may be having another little pool party before the draft one day. That's what I'm hearing. Just the rumors.
Sources are telling you?
That's the sources are telling me.
They're telling them
stay
far
excited.
and wide.
Well, sources are telling me that for us, not for the listeners out there who could head to Philly sports trips and join the group, but for us, the fun is over.
It's over?
Because the fun police has decided that he is going to be with us on this journey.
Wait a minute. Wait. Coach is going to come and take away from the fun?
Oh.
No, he's not. The coach won't do that to us.
Absolutely.
I don't want to have to do it, but I'm going with you guys to Vegas.
We love that you're coming
And
along.
if I see that any fun is trying to be had, I'll probably have to stop it.
I want to know Coach at 3 a.m. when we take to the airwaves.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
I've done that before. We were
With
out
Coach?
Not with Coach. I was out there for Summer League once.
Okay, so you know.
I know the grind of the 3 a.m.
We've done it twice.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad either.
No, because you're used to, like, our bodies at this point are used to these hours.
You just got to get day drunk.
It's 3
Pass
a.m.
out
out
early.
there, but
there was so much.
Our bodies at 6 a.m.
We had a great time, and we hope you're going to be coming with us. The lucky winner. I really hope we're going to be bringing along a really, really cool people to join us on the trip. It'll be fun.
I heard the winner actually gets to room with Bob.
I didn't realize
I heard
that.
that's part of the prize package.
Because you didn't want to room with them.
No. Bob gets kinky in his own room, but one lucky winner will get a chance to room with Bob.
Room with Bob,
The best part is there's only one bed.
I didn't read these talking points.
Oh yeah, what happens?
Yeah,
in
guess
Vegas
what?
stays
They're
in
going to
Vegas.
change.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I believe the
Having to
hotel-
wake Pat up to go to work one morning wasn't the thrill of
You
my
didn't want
Vegas
that
It
one,
wasn't
trip.
the thrill
No.
of mine either there, but
Yes, exactly.
But we got through it.
Hey, real estate developer Spring Garden Lending specializes in bridge and permanent loans that help you acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance investment properties. Spring Garden Lending is faster than a bank and less expensive than hard money lenders. Okay, I want to take a walk down memory lane with you. And everybody in the audience, think about it too. Every one of us, go back to the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
You didn't sing in the school choir,
What was
did you?
that?
Conan
Okay.
O'Brien?
It's Conan O'Brien.
Come on,
Sorry,
man.
I never got into
You weren't in no
Conan.
Conan show?
Nah, me neither.
Sorry, guys.
I love
me,
Conan.
Sorry,
I
failed.
can't
I love
stand
the
Conan
year
O'Brien.
2000. By the
Okay.
way, a little breaking news. DJ Shark, 1-year deal with Detroit Lions.
1-year deal. Boy, he was over-talked in free agency then.
Well,
If he had to settle for a 1-year deal?
I never.
or
won.
he wants
Or
to
he
bet on
wanted,
himself.
Kidding.
Yeah, but I mean, that means nobody was offering him a multi-year deal.
Or it wasn't the money he
That's what I
liked
mean.
for
So
a multi-year.
he was overhyped a little bit. Going to Detroit, though,
He's
wow.
good. I would have loved him on a 1-year
Yeah.
deal.
Obviously, Howie didn't think so. So obviously that tells you these little breadcrumbs are
Well, I
helping
think
us out.
Juju
Wait,
is the guy.
If you're betting on yourself, are you really going to Detroit?
That's
on a one-year
that's
That's
deal?
what I say, too.
Yeah, that's-
To Jared Goff throwing you the ball, I
Yeah,
think he
that's
was
gross.
over. I always said all along, I was like, I think that was a name that was bouncing around a little much. But we'll see. Maybe it ends up being a big one for Detroit. So walk down memory lane. Everybody go back to the year 2000 as a sports fan. And this conversation spurs around the fact that in the year 2000, I was obsessed with the NCAA tournament. And I could have told you things about any one of the top 12 seeds in the tournament. Any one of the top 3 teams in any bracket, I could have told you players, coaches. Coaches is easier, but things about them, things about their season. I would have watched them. I would have seen games and been interested in it. And I just look at today as the NCAA tournament's right around the corner. It just doesn't hold the same for me. But then I wondered about sports too in 2000 and where the teams rank. First of all, I ask you this question. If you were to rank the 4 local teams in your interest, are they the same today as they were in 2000 without giving me the rankings? Bob, of your importance of the 4 teams. Now, you were in the media, which is a bit different because you had to be a bit distanced from the fandom. But is the interest level that you had in the 4 teams the same today as it was in 2000? The 4 Philly pro sports teams.
It's interesting.
And I'm not throwing the Union in here yet because they didn't exist.
Yeah. Eagles are probably going to be. It's not even my interest. I don't look at my interest because my interests are always the same.
This is what we're doing for this exercise.
No, I know. I still follow the mantra as when I was a kid. What's your favorite sport? Whatever one's on TV or whatever one's playing. But as far as it goes, I think the Eagles will always hold that top spot. And 2000 was interesting because Andy Reid, it was starting to turn around, so that was good. The Sixers and Allen Iverson were about to go to the NBA Finals. Not that anybody saw that, but you had an unbelievably interesting figure in Allen Iverson. God, the Phillies and the Flyers, man, they were the bottom of the shoe then.
Well, the Flyers were just coming.
No, I'm sorry,
really
Flyers
good.
weren't. The Phillies were. Yeah, the Flyers weren't.
Flyers were in the 90.
They went to the
Flyers were in the 97 or 98 finals.
They were
97.
97
Yeah,
finals.
Detroit.
But in 2000, they finished first in the Atlantic. They had over 100 points.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have lumped them in with the Phillies.
The Phillies. I mean, their opening day starter was Omar Dahl.
Oh my gosh!
I loved Omar Dahl, left-hander.
So are the rankings the same for you, Jamie?
My 1 and 4 are pretty much always locked in.
Okay, you're 1 and 4, always ranked
since
in.
2000. Flyers are 4th, Eagles are 1st. That's pretty much never going to waver.
Okay.
2nd and 3rd probably did change. I was actually no, not really, because 2000 was Sixers.
Right.
So it was Sixers Phillies, but then later in that decade, Phillies probably overtook the Sixers. So those two kind of flip-flop for me, depending on relevance.
Pat, relevance to you, the 4? 2000.
Yeah, well, so first of all, I got 2000 mixed with 2002. Omar Dahl was the opening day starter in 2002. Just want to clarify that.
Okay, good.
It is way different. And mainly because in 2000, I was just starting to get into football. And I was already into hockey, baseball, and basketball. I didn't quite understand the game of football yet. Some would argue that I still don't. But the Eagles were pretty low on the totem pole for me, or high, whatever.
High, whatever it should be. I disavowed the Flyers by then, and to me, college basketball was more important than the NBA. College basketball was my 3rd. It was Eagles, Phillies, and Eagles and Phillies was a dead heat in 2000.
Wow, even as bad as the Phillies were, huh?
Dead heat. Yeah. I mean, it was a dead heat, and then. To me, college basketball was 3rd.
Yeah, college basketball has always been up there.
NBA to me. In 2000, it was over the NBA. My general interest day to day, the NBA of 2022 was not the NBA of 2000. The NBA did not have as much mainstream appeal, did not have as much television ratings, interest from fans. Didn't get as much coverage. ESPN didn't spend all that time every day doing NBA like they do today.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference to me is NCAA basketball from then to today.
It's incredible.
I mean, we could then, because you had guys staying 3 and 4 years, almost all of them, you could name starting fives of the top 15 teams in the league. Now, you're hard-pressed.
You said you watched a lot of college hoops last weekend.
Oh, my God, Bob, 13 games.
Bob, every weekend, I would say after Christmas, if you're talking year 2000, every weekend I'd be watching college hoops.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't involve Temple. It would involve. Now, part of my interest of college basketball has waned a bit as Temple's declined, and hopefully they're having a
In 2000, they were the 2 seed.
They were?
Yeah.
They were.
That was what, Lynn Greer's team?
Yeah.
And I mean,
I forgot they were 2 that year.
I think it was 2.
It was Michigan State, Florida championship.
And I think they went to Atlanta that year for the Elite Eight, Sweet 16.
That's what I think they lost the Elite Eight.
They
that
did,
year.
or Sweet 16, and then lost in the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
I mean, but to me, Pat, college basketball was third in 2000.
Well, Bob hit it on the head. You know, you knew the players then. You knew Duke's starting five, because Duke's starting five was not one and dones. They were there for a while.
Coach had a poster of them.
Yeah, he still
on
does.
his wall.
They were there for 3 years and whatnot. So you knew the best players in college basketball. Right now, and Bob, you said this last year around the NBA draft. Like, who's the number one pick? And
yeah, right.
It ends up being Cade Cunningham, but like at the time we were like, yeah, it might be him, it might be this guy. The talent pool is diminished because of the G League, because guys are going overseas, but also mainly because of the one and done. You don't get familiar with these teams, and you don't hate teams. You know, Duke is still hated because they're Duke,
right?
But I grew up hating Duke because of Shane Battier, because of for JJ Redick. Like, those guys made me hate Duke. Jay Williams, like, I knew the players. That's why I hated Duke, not necessarily because I was supposed to. Now you just hate Duke because they're Duke, and that's the problem. Is the one and done.
I'm just looking at it too as the other sports too. I'm not as big a baseball fan as I was in 2000.
That's surprising. Because
I'm just
2000,
not.
I mean, the Phillies were terrible.
No, but I'm talking about baseball fan, the sport.
I was more apt to watch a World Series back then I am today.
No questions asked. No questions asked. An out-of-market game, I was more apt to watch an out-of-market game in 2000 than I am in 2022.
The Red Sox Yankees was awesome back then. You know, like, there was some good out-of-market stuff.
I watch more out-of-market NBA games than I do Major League Baseball games now.
Part of the reason for that, I think, is our society's changed. We're immediate, instant gratification, and baseball doesn't really go towards that.
Sure.
You know, I mean,
that's sort of not me, though.
But I can take my 3-year-old to a basketball game, and he can be entertained for most of it because it's constant action, back and forth. And I take my 3-year-old to a baseball game, and because it's a slower person's game, and, you know, it's slowed down, it's chess, not checkers, he gets bored easily. I think our society gravitates towards the quicker moving sports than baseball, unfortunately. And I think whether you like it or not, you probably have done the same thing.
I loved baseball so much, and I've just become, watching an out-of-market baseball game is rare for me, ever. Unless it's just background noise while I'm working.
And we know more about the other teams and the players more than ever.
We have the capabilities, too.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. But with that, I think comes a distance. Yeah, I can find out everything I want to know about the Angels or whoever, a team that you don't see all that often, sure. But back in the day, you did it. Oh, the Angels are on? I got to watch them. I got to do it. Like, now it's easily to get the information, almost too easy. Like, yeah, I can get it if I want to, but I don't want to. Back in the day, when the Angels or somebody was on that you didn't see that often, you made it must-see TV.
That's a good point.
It's really changed. But I also look at sports, too, as I think college basketball has killed itself. College basketball has driven me away.
See, I think there's going to be a resurgence there a little bit.
Major League Baseball's driven me away.
Because I think college is now going the other way, where you're going to have those 4-year teams again. You know, Gonzaga, your Chet Holmgrens, they'll happen. Jay Wright.
God bless you.
Yeah. Excuse me, but I think that there's teams like, you know, Iowa, and just watching these teams, there's a lot of 4-year teams that are going to be enjoyable again.
Yeah,
I don't think the one-and-done teams are going to have success all that often anymore.
I completely agree with you.
So do I. And I've told you guys this story before when I had to do this story, and Jay Wright and I were talking, and he told me what his ideal was, and that was to get guys not that are NBA players now, but that could become NBA players in 2 or 3 years. It was a great model of how to run a college program. The Dukes, the North Carolinas, the Kentuckys. Look, everything's copycat. They might look to do copycat a little bit more than just the one and dones, like Jamie said.
You know, Ben Simmons got ripped in his documentary for basically getting to the second half of the semester and saying, like, yeah, I ain't going to class. There's no point. I'm training for the NBA. I came here to go to the NBA, and that's the only thing I'm doing. But I think if you pull these one and dones, a lot of them are like that. You know, where they're into the tournament, but they're not into it like we are. We grew up, you know, as you said, John, used to be really into it.
Obsessed with it.
They're not. And for a lot of these one and dones, yeah, for them it's a game, but they also have one foot out the door and they have their mind on the NBA.
I used to watch all day long Thursday, Friday out the opening 2 days of the tournament, I mean, you were talking packed sports bars, packed. We created our own at our old stage. We created our own sports bar and made it at an event hall and made it our own space, but would stay be watching all the games, moving around. It's just not the same.
It's not, and I think
Thursday afternoon, you will not find sports bars. Now, we're going to be out at the Irish Horn in Richboro, Pennsylvania, Thursday morning for our broadcast, thanks to Bud Light. But you're not going to find packed sports bars shoulder to shoulder on Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon. Packed?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I used to go to O'Neill's every Thursday and Friday. It was a tradition of ours, and it would be packed. It'll be packed again this week. I think there's a return to normalcy that people are feeling.
That could be, too.
And want to get out and about and mingle and
get
watch
on
games.
out and do it.
And
sports we're encouraging you to do it.
And gambling
that
is
helps.
huge. I have 2 chains of tax.
2 chains. I love 2 chains.
I do like his show, the most expensivest bleep ever.
Yes.
I have 2 chains dedicated to strictly gambling, where I just talk gambling with people. So I do think that's going to add something to it again.
Is one of them 1-800-GAMBLER?
Yes, that's the name of one of my chains. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But I do think you can do same game parlays now on the tournament. This is a new thing. I think it's going to ramp people up again. My wife's running the pool at her school. She doesn't know anything about college basketball. I think it's back after a 2-year hiatus.
And you know what, John? When we were growing up and young adults and stuff like that, the only way to watch the games was to get in front of a TV. Right, so you might have a younger crowd now that, I could have a group of 15 friends if I'm 25, 30 years old, and we're in a pool and we're all getting together and watching the game separately on our laptops and conversing with each other that way. It's different. It's not the same as it was, but I think the interest is there maybe in a different way. It's interesting, yeah.
Hey, when you're on public transit, be sure to look up and speak up. If you see something suspicious, report it. Just text GO1776, call pound 1776, or the Look Up, Speak Up app. You a fan of 2 Chainz there, Jamie?
I do like 2 Chainz. I think he's hilarious.
What's your favorite?
I'm not big on his music. I'm more just like him in the TV show.
You just like the TV show?
I've listened to a couple of his songs.
Pat, didn't he do the one... What's I'm drawing a blank. The race car.
Oh, the Fast and Furious movie.
He did one of those themes, right?
We did a Paul Walker song,
right?
Yeah, Jamie liked when 2 Chainz was known as Titty Boy.
Was that his name
That
originally?
was his original name.
Really?
Yeah, and he had to change it to 2 Chainz, and then all of a sudden he kind of blew up.
Players Circle, right?
I don't know. My 2 Chainz knowledge, it only goes so far.
But his show on, I forget what channel
it is
that's
good.
on.
It's
Vice?
like Vice, yeah.
Yeah, the most expensivest bleep ever. He's a very entertaining guy.
He's a good dude. That nice to see. We got to get him on the show and talk NCAA hoops.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if he's a hoops fan or not. Hey, we got a lot coming your way, and we got a Cooney's Corner, where we're going to bring you some a little bit more on the intriguing offseason of your Philadelphia Phillies and the over-talked thing that everyone will talk about that isn't true about the NCAA tournament. 2 of them. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Get the Park Sportsbook app and get it now. College pro hoops, absolutely awesome. You can bet before or during the game. I love the in-game wagering where you see how the game's going and then you make your choice. You can bet on individual player performances like points, rebounds, and assists. Same-game parlays allow you to double up your knowledge for those big payoffs. Now, do you believe that our local teams are going to make big runs? Do you think Nova's going to a title? Do you think the Sixers can really get to the NBA Finals? Well, then put your money where your mouth is. Get on the Park Sportsbook app. It's safe. It's easy to use. They have outstanding customer service. You play and you get paid. Plus, you download it in the App Store. Visit parkscasino.com/PA. Use promo code Kincade to get that risk-free bet. Plus, now, from the #1 casino in Pennsylvania, the new Parks Racing Sportsbook, located right inside the new Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. You play there, you get paid there. It's absolutely awesome. That Parks Sportsbook app, you got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic's John Kincade Show is heading to the NFL Draft in Las Vegas.
And you can be there too.
Listen starting Monday for your chance to win a trip for 2 from our official partner, PhillySportsTrips.com. Travel with the pros. You'll win round-trip nonstop flights from Philadelphia to Las Vegas, a 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, and passes to 2 all-inclusive draft parties.
It's a huge draft year for the Birds, and you can be there live in Vegas with the John Kincade Show and 97.5 The Fanatic.
It all starts Monday morning, sponsored by Philly Pretzel Factory, the official soft pretzel of the Philly sports fan. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in ED and low testosterone. And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You know, playoff season is around the corner. And when you're talking about basketball playoffs, you're talking about the spring and lovely weather. Well, time to start your own spring training. Get yourself back into game shape before the warmer weather, since it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds with NJ Diet. Their program is unlike any other diet plan. Starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. NJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored to make sure you're burning fat, not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet's all natural. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no feeling hungry, no awful prepackaged foods. Locations: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or from home. Yeah, home. Live online video consultations. Call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to NJDiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses. So help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. On the largest, fastest, reliable network with speeds up to 10 gigs to the most small businesses. So switch today and get cutting-edge speed with advanced security and be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speed and advanced security for your business needs. Together for just $69.99 a month for 12 months with a 3-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get free installation when you order online, or find out how to get up to $800 back with a qualifying bundle. Call or go online today. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Requires enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Prepaid card offer ends 3/31/22.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
In the 1974 preseason, Milwaukee Bucks center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made it clear he wanted to move to a major city, specifically his hometown of New York City or Los Angeles. After a failed attempt by the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Bucks agreed on a deal to send Kareem and his backup Walt Wesley to LA for 4 players. He went on to win 5 titles with the Lakers, as well as 3 regular season MVPs.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
Every team is one conversation away from a trade that can make all the difference. The same is true for your business. That's why when you post a job for free, LinkedIn Jobs taps into a network of over 770 million professionals to find the right people for your role. LinkedIn Jobs helps you narrow down to only the most qualified candidates, which means you can start hiring the right people faster. Go to linkedin.com/sports to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were yelling at another car while driving, let me say it again. You need to calm down. Yelling is just making everyone as stressed out as you are and letting them all know that you definitely aren't trying to save with Progressive Snapshot. And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't yelling at another car, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
How do you make the most of your land? If you ask the Wrens, who run with us on a John Deere mower, they tell you,
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
But the Hubbards, who work behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, would say,
if it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
Then there's the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their John Deere Gator UTV,
you can't be all work and not play.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
It's that time of year again. It's March Magic. And you know what that means. Basketball games and Hooters wings. And wherever you're watching the tournament action, Hooters has you covered. So be the real MVP of the basketball watch party. Bring the Hooters world-famous wings. Just visit northeasthooters.com. place your order for pickup or delivery, or just play hooky and watch basketball, drink beer, and eat wings with the Hooters girls. There's 7 area locations. Visit northeasthooters.com. Hooters, it's all you need.
HVAC contractors and techs. Want to be sure the system you're repairing or installing is running efficiently? Then test it with Testo. Heating, cooling, air quality, electrical, and more. If it can be measured, it should be measured with precision with Testo instrumentation. Testo is a world leader, headquartered right here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. For accurate results, ask for Testo by name. To see Testo's full line of measurement instruments, products, and job site solutions, visit Testo.com. That's Testo.com. Testo, be sure.
What do canned beverages like Coca-Cola and Budweiser and a Ford F-150 have in common? They're all made with Novelis aluminum. Novelis, the leading producer of flat-rolled aluminum products and the world's largest aluminum recycler, has immediate openings in their manufacturing facility right here in Clayton, New Jersey. Novelis is now hiring for machine operators and maintenance mechanics. Competitive wages from $26 to $33 an hour. Benefits effective on your date of hire. Visit Novelis.com to learn more about the industries we serve and find your next opportunity. That's Novelis.com.
Hey, guys, start your bracket with a bang. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is giving new customers a $150 instant bonus guaranteed. That's right. You'll get $150 on bonus site credit, and all you have to do is place your first bet of $5 or more. How you bet the bracket? Well, it's totally up to you. You can choose from the money line, totals, prop bets, and so much more. Now, I took a quick glance at the bracket this week, okay? Here's what I like. You have a great coaching matchup in the first round. Davidson, Michigan State. Love, love, love Davidson. Take a look at them. I like looking at the points and seeing what you got going on with the underdogs. They're an underdog, 7-10 seed. I like Davidson. Which team would you take a chance on to turn your site credit into Cash Plus? With Cash Out, the ball's in your court. You can close out your bet whenever you want before the game is over. So join FanDuel today with promo code Bob. Then you can place your $5 bet to score $150 in bonus site credit. That's promo code Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 first bet deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
The Sixers and their fan base hang out here every morning on the John Kincade Show.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
The John Kincade Show on The Fanatic, and we appreciate you being a part of it. Tell your family, tell your friends, listen on the app. And remember that starting on Monday, your chance to go to the NFL Draft in Las Vegas with us. We're talking airfare for 2. Round trip, nonstop flights. A 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, and passes to 2 all-inclusive draft parties, courtesy of our friends at PhillySportsTrips.com. You want to be a part of it, be sure to be listening. Starting on Monday, your chance to join us in Vegas. We hope that you'll be out with us on Thursday morning, too, as our St. Paddy's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horn, 882 2nd Street Pike in Richboro, Pennsylvania. Come on out. We would look forward to seeing you. St. Patrick's Day is going to be awesome. And our friends from Bud Light will be there because Bud Light's perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because where there's fun, there's Bud Light. You have a good time with that. So, this DJ Shark thing where he signs the 1-year deal.
$10 million guaranteed, $12 million in total.
And just reading some stuff here for Pro Football Talk, seems like he found a softer market than was expected. Juju Smith-Schuster, too, finding a soft market.
Good.
What does that mean, though?
It means the cap's going up next year. These guys want to try and bet on themselves. So they
the soft market means you don't have a lot of suitors. When you say a guy's free agent, he's finding it a soft market. He's not finding a lot of people wanting to.
Well, yeah, you can't get teams. You want teams competing against themselves for you.
So why do you want that guy?
Because that's not indicative of if he's a good football player or not. I think DJ Shark and Juju Smith-Schuster are both pretty good, candidates for this team.
When I hear somebody has a soft market, not a lot of team interest, like Shark's suffering. Signing a 1-year deal shocks.
But if you're Shark and you think you're better than, say, Christian Kirk, and you know the cap's going up another, 25 or 30 next year?
I think 28?
28,
or something like
somewhere
that,
in
we're
between
crazy.
those.
Right.
You go, all right. I mean, the Detroit thing is the crazy part.
Yeah, that's weird.
Where you're hinging it on Jared Goff or whoever.
Jared Goff is
but
throwing you the...
I can see why he'd want to go, all right, let me try and prove it, and I can probably get more next year.
Look, and it could very well be a case where, okay, Shark, Smith-Schuster, like... Are these really good wide receivers?
That's what I'm saying. Is like
that's
like,
also
I think
something
NFL executives are looking at them going, if these guys were so impactful, NFL executives would say, I want this guy. He's out there. I don't have to draft him. I can get him. It gives me reason for pause. I'm not saying they suck or anything like that. I'm just saying. Makes me a little anxious about what they're gonna.
Well, you don't have a ton of money here if you're using the Eagles in particular to view that through. I mean, you're trying to look for that bargain $10 million range guy, which apparently both are going to be. So this tells me Juju is going to be cheaper than Shark because I think Shark was higher regarded than Juju. So you might be able to get Juju for $9 or $10 million, and then that's a pretty good bargain.
Yeah,
I like the way it's shaking out actually.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out. I'm a little.
I would have preferred Shark over Juju personally, but I was good with either of them.
There are two things that you're going to hear a lot of this week, and they're both lies. Just to give you a little heads up, you're going to hear two things. You're going to hear America loves the underdogs. When you hear everyone loves the Cinderellas and the underdogs. Lies. Everyone loves it when these small teams win and it's great and they advance. Lies. In fact, if a team advances from a 9 seed to a 16 seed, advances in the NCAA tournament, the viewership of their next game sees a 20 to 30% drop over if a favored team advances, and that's just into the second round. God bless you, Jamie. So right there, no, America tends to tune out when the Cinderellas come.
I assume that a 2 seed, a Duke, a North Carolina, a Kentucky has a whole bigger following than the Murray States, the Davidsons of the world.
But that rarely happens that a 15 beats a 2. That happens.
Yeah, well, I mean,
once every 5 years. I'm talking about when a 8 or a 9, when the 9s, the 10s, the 11s advance, people don't tend to watch.
Yeah, but I think a big part of that though is the fact that your bracket. Like as soon as your bracket's busted.
That's an interesting view.
I don't know how many people are, like the casual fan, I don't know how many people are tuning in. And a lot of people have the 1s and the 2s and the 3s going deep. So when they get upset by a 7 or an 8 seed,
they're like, chuck it out.
Well, all right, that's it. On to baseball.
Hey, Philly Godfather does a great job with his little free betting information and more that he gives you every day. But here's one, and I had read something like this the other day, and then he had it yesterday. In March Madness, when you are wagering, if the underdog doesn't win the game outright, they do not cover the spread 80% of the time. It's actually 79 on one I read. He's saying 80. They do not cover they only cover the spread 20% of the time. So do not, if you're going to bet an underdog in the NCAA tournament, bet them on the money line. Do not bet them with the points. They only cover 20% of the time. It is one of the novice betting events of the year, where people do not understand, they don't follow the sport enough, they don't watch it enough, and they get taken to the cleaners. The NCAA tournament is one of the ones that those big casinos where we're going to see them when we're out there in Vegas. They love it. They love it because everybody goes, oh, I'll take this team plus 16. I'll take this plus 14. They're covering 20% of the time when they don't win the game. So just a couple heads ups for you if you are going to be wagering on the NCAA tournament. And I know all of us will be. It's going to be.
Yeah, I'll probably have a couple bets.
So bet the underdogs. If you're picking an underdog to win, just bet the money line. Bet them on the money line because they're only going to cover 20. I've read 20 and I've read 21% of the time. And that is over like a 10-year period. It's that this happens, which is very odd. In the NBA, for sake, if you were to bet underdogs in the NBA getting and took the points, you're going to still cover around, what's that number? I'm trying to look at the graph here. You're going to still be able to cover like 43% of the time, something like that. So the numbers are close. They don't know how to set lines in these games. They don't know. So just be careful. The favorites are really, really
good. My favorite part of the tournament is the upsets. I mean, I love that. Look, if you go back and you remember all of your not all of you, but a lot of people's great memories from NCAA tournaments. It's Princeton beating Georgetown. It's North Carolina State winning. It's Villanova beating Georgetown. It's a lot of the upsets that you see, the Cinderella stories, whatever it may be. I love that. I'd be surprised if the majority of people in this country don't, like you say, they don't like upsets. Everybody,
well, they tune
doesn't
it
want
out.
upsets.
They tune it
because
out.
the bigger market teams are out, and therefore their whole following they're taking with them. But if you're like, I don't have any allegiance to any college team really. Would I like to see Villanova do well or whoever's in the tournament?
Speak for yourself, Bob.
from the local area. But I love upsets. I mean, it's your biggest storylines that come out of the NCAA tournament. If you think about it through the years, are the upsets.
If it's the last 5 minutes of a game in an NCAA tournament game and the underdog has a chance to win, I'm glued to the TV. I'm watching too. But am I apt to watch them the next game? The numbers tell you that people do not watch them the next game. They like the upset. They saw it. It was fun. Boy, that was exciting. But they're not saying, man, I got to see their next game. That's what I'm saying. I love Thursday and Friday. I will love it's the last 4 minutes and a major seed is hanging on the ropes. That'll be fun. That's fun to watch. It's the idea of whether then I'll go, man, I got to watch them next game and see what they can do. Because people just it tends to be a tune-out event. I will always say to me, and I know Bob's going to disagree, I think the NCAA tournament is one of those events like the Kentucky Derby, where people every single year start getting like, man, let's talk about the horses. I think it's something that people jump onto late because of the event.
Sure.
They want to be a part of the
event. It's like the Super Bowl. It's like everything else.
Super Bowl you've watched all year, the NFL.
Oh, come on.
Friday's
Super Bowl Sunday, you think everybody gathered around the TV, all the women and stuff included, have been following football all year long?
But the NFL's numbers are monster all year long.
Well, you can't even compare.
What I'm saying. You can't compare numbers.
That's what I'm saying. No, the NFL following is monster all year long.
That's why it's hard to compare anything to it.
The NBA following all year long is monster compared to college basketball.
Yeah.
Monster numbers.
But Friday's National Vasectomy Day. Like, people love these first 4 days of the tournament. I'm glued to the TV. People want to be out and about.
Play hooky.
The weather's nice now. It's turning.
Play hooky.
Yeah, I want to be in an outside bar just watching games for 4 days straight.
Wouldn't you get the vasectomy on Wednesday then?
Well, you get it on Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, is that what it is?
You have to ice it off.
But I think Thursday or Friday is National Vasectomy Day.
What did you schedule?
I have a consultation coming up.
He's got his frozen peas ready to go.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately though. I hear Jamie's considering scheduling it where the third round of the NBA playoffs are. After watching the Sixers the last few nights, thinking he's got some time. Hey, in Cooney's Corner, Alec Boehm comes into the conversation. This will be interesting.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, I read a story a couple weeks ago while we're in the midst of the lockout and all of that stuff. So you didn't know when anything was coming back or if it was coming back. But it was Kevin Long, the Phillies hitting coach, talking about Alec Boehm. And I mean glowingly. Like this kid can be the hitter that you guys saw at the beginning. And if we have to go back to remember, Alec Boehm, when he first came up, was a great two-strike hitter. He was really impressive with his maturity at the plate. And there was really something there that we all saw and we all liked. And it went away a little bit. And the way Kevin Long was talking about it was like, no, it's easily fixable. I think I can get him back. And it was, look, any coach is going to say that they're going to build their resume through the media, but he particularly picked out Alec Boehm. And it made me wonder, Alec Boehm has one full season under his belt. That's all.
Yeah, it's
plate
kinda
appearances.
wild,
Plate appearances, it would be equivalent to one single year. I totally understand the fielding problems, and you hope that he can rectify that, but at 6'5", it might be hard to get down on ground balls and stuff like that at third base. But my God, we're for the most part, from what I've heard, people have given up on Alec Boehm already. Got to get it. Chris Bryant come here and play third base. Maybe you can make Alec Boehm a DH, but I don't even know about that. Gee, what? Really? I mean, we're begging for this farm system to give us things. We've been doing it for years and years, but then guys come up for 1 year and it's nope, no good, out. When he showed so much promise at the beginning of his career.
Here's the one thing though that I think is the difference with Alec Boehm. If he can't be your third baseman, there's not a place for him. I don't think there's a position for him.
Probably not.
So to me, but I would. I said it yesterday, and I got ripped by some people on emails going, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that." I right now would rather keep Alec Boehm than Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott right now. I'll trade if a veteran deal is made to be out there that makes this team better. If you can get me a legit center fielder, get me a legit third baseman, get me somebody, I'm fine with trading. I would rather keep Alec Boehm than Bryson Stott. I haven't seen Bryson Stott, and I've seen too much out of this organization not to create players and guys getting hyped, and then they fall flat. I'll deal him in a second.
Yeah, I mean, they should look no further than Austin Riley down in Atlanta. Came up, had a really hot start to his career. Sophomore season, which was still kind of his first in a way, slumped really bad. Third year came back, and I mean, hell, could have been in the MVP discussion. Should have been a little more in the MVP discussion last year. I don't want to lose Boehm. I think I'd feel more comfortable with him at DH. I think he's just a butcher defensively.
But a DH, really?
That's the only spot I can feel.
Yeah, I don't think he has a position if he's not your first baseman.
I mean, his body type.
But he could be a first baseman, could he?
I guess. But
he's a butcher in the
his
field.
body type looks like an outfielder, doesn't he?
Yes.
A tall, lanky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Corner outfielder to me.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you start trying that again this offseason. I don't think he's ever going to cut it at third.
It's funny, though. I mean, for all the fans that have been begging for the Phillies to get a farm system, when you finally start feeding people up, and Aaron Nola, Rhys Hoskins, Boehm, you can go down the line, the general feeling is, let's be quick with it. All right, they're here, but they're not good enough. Get rid of them. Bryson Stott maybe he's going to be a good major league player. I don't know. Do you want the known commodity? That's me, yeah. But at the same time, there has to be some kind of a balance on not giving up on guys too soon. Maybe Alec Boehm isn't the answer, but I don't think you know after 1 year.
It's like I heard some callers the other day with Tyler on the weekend. Well, Bryson Stott, man, he's so good, and he's got these tools, and this is what he's doing. And I'm like, you have not watched him play.
No, you have
not watched him play. You're reading people's opinions, and you're regurgitating them.
First round pick, and he's the best position prospect in a franchise with not a lot of them. So I understand the hype. He's also close to the major league level. He plays a position that is up for grabs, quote unquote, by the manager. I am not even close to giving up on Alec Boehm. I would make him a DH. I think he can DH. I know his numbers aren't going to be, quote, DH level, but look, if he's a butcher in third base, he's a butcher at first base, he's a butcher in the field, and that leaves one position, that's DH.
Thing is, they have so many guys that they need to use as DH.
It's like the Sixers can't play above the rim.
They do.
The Phillies can't play defense.
I mean, they have guys who probably will be DHing on days off.
Well, they've already, yes. So you got two of them. Harper and Real Muto, and then you've got Rhys Hoskins.
Harper came out and said he doesn't want to DH.
I know
he said it
he doesn't want. So he doesn't want to DH, and Real Muto on days off will probably end up playing first base.
Yeah.
He's not gonna play all these games at catcher, so he'll go to first base. And then Harper, I don't know how many games Harper is even going to take off anyway.
We will find out.
He wants to play 158, he said yesterday. 158, 159.
Why not 162? Is he not committed?
Well, you got to have a day off here.
I mean, come on.
He's not selfish.
He's not that selfish.
Once every month and a half.
I hate that when I hear a guy being like, well, I need my day off. The Jim Fregosi Sunday lineup used to drive me freaking crazy. Pat, you're so lucky you did not have a 13-game plan or whatever it was when Jim Fregosi was the manager, and maybe some idiot in here did, where Sunday afternoons, rest Darren Dalton, rest Lenny Dykstra, he was the king of the Sunday, day after the night game, just
give guys
let them all
off.
rest. I love the Bryce Harper. That might be my favorite thing about Bryce Harper.
He wants to play.
Yes.
Loves the game.
Yep. Wants to play every day.
He's a Philly guy.
He does.
Gets his hard hat.
He really does.
Gets his tasty cake, goes to work.
So we're all in on Hassan Reddick, right? We're all
excited. Yeah, I think it's great.
I mean, I think I was so excited when that news came across.
Yeah.
Now you got punked by a false.
I did.
You were playing with a Moana doll too at the time.
I was,
which is strange.
We were listening to Moana and
dancing
John,
with a doll. There
John
you go.
got Skylar a Moana doll, which is quickly one of her favorites. So we were singing and dancing, and I saw the fake tweet, Eagles letterhead. of agreement.
Don't you look at who sends the tweet?
Almost 100% of the time, yes. But this time
Moana had distracted you.
swing dancing to Moana, and
you were dancing too, not just singing. You were dancing too.
Yeah, kind
You
of.
have to dance a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, swinging around.
No, I'm proud of you.
I have no dance moves, so I wouldn't classify it as dancing. But yeah, I ate the bleep on Twitter, as they say, and fell for a fake DJ Shark.
Did you leave the tweet up or delete it?
Oh, I deleted it like the coward that I am.
Now, that's the move, though, that I'm a little disappointed in. Why'd you delete it?
I don't know.
Your credibility on the line?
No, I'm not concerned about that. I ate the bleep. I just didn't want it on my timeline.
Pat, is it supposed to be deleted when you do that, or is it supposed to be kept up? Because you took the abuse well.
Yeah, no.
So that's why I didn't understand why you deleted it.
Yeah, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have, but it's Twitter. It's not real life.
You're supposed to keep it up.
Delete it because you're supposed. Okay,
I just didn't want somebody finding it like 14 hours later and being like, "You idiot!"
Yeah, no, they won't, because then they'll hit the straight.
Yeah, but Twitter doesn't do the chronological order. They changed back. They said
somebody else may be smart enough to see who sent it.
Some d-bag will see it 14 hours later, respond to it, and not see Jamie's reply of "I got."
Right,
and
Jamie, you handled it very well.
Yeah, it's not a serious place.
What
Twitter.
you're supposed to.
But I was excited. But who are these losers this time of year that have that much time on their hands to make people eat it?
I've seen
probably the same losers that react to it.
Like, I don't think you react. Like, I just.
It's not a big deal. I ate the bleep. It happened.
Yeah, it's not a big. And I think you handled it fine. Delete it. Yeah, because you made a mistake.
But
all right, no big deal.
You're really going to waste time out of your day to create an Eagles letterhead and a fake.
Because they could go around today and say, "I got Jamie Lynch.
I got him. He fell for it. What an idiot.
Pro looks stupid. Did you see me get him yesterday? Huh?
He knows nothing about football.
He's watching Moana when he should be studying tape." Oh, my gosh. It is unbelievable.
Got back into Moana yesterday. Didn't hate it.
Hey, check out our NFL draft giveaway, courtesy of our friends at Philly Sports Trips. It's absolutely awesome. Round trip, nonstop flights from Philly to Vegas. 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. Passes to 2 all-inclusive draft parties. You're going to get your chance to win all starting on Monday. And I want to thank the friends at Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in ED and low testosterone, and also to Window Nation. For replacement windows, doors, siding, and more, visit windownation.com or call 866-90-NATION. Find out more later on this week about how on Monday you will start to qualify, get your chance to go to Vegas with us for the NFL draft, the biggest draft in Eagles history, period. Biggest draft ever. We're going to have some fun, and we'll be there in Vegas for it. Where else would you be? I mean, where else would you want to be on draft day? I mean, it's going to be all together. We're going to have a great, great time. And Jamie's coming this time, not Cardboard Jamie.
Yeah.
So Howie has all the picks, and Howie still has a lot of cash, it appears. So what's the plan B? The next step, the next domino to fall. We will all make a prediction next, as free agency is less than 36 hours away. It's the John Kincade Show. Thanks for hanging with us on this Tuesday morning here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And I am so excited to announce that the American Association for Cancer Research has agreed once again to partner with us as the official charity of the John Kincade Show. As a 2-time cancer survivor, I'm always telling you about how your generosity changes lives. When you're touched by cancer directly, like I've been, or through someone you love, you can take action today by making a donation to the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. Together, we can help accelerate scientific discoveries that are going to benefit patients and families everywhere. And donations from private citizens like you and me add up to big breakthroughs that save lives. It's very scary to think of this, but there's like 17 million of me out there. They're not all like me, but they are survivors, thanks to you. And the AACR and its more than 50,000 researchers worldwide help drive that progress. So when you donate directly to the scientists and the doctors who will discover the next cancer breakthrough or treatment that may benefit you or your family. Go to aacr.org/fanatic. That's aacr.org/fanatic. Welcome back, AACR. Glad to have you here because cancer research saves lives.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Join Bob Cooney and Andrew Salchunas Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. at Bailey's Bar and Grill in Levittown, PA. Enjoy $4.50 Corona Extra, Corona Light, and Corona Premier bottles, or $18 Corona buckets. Come out and say hi and register to win great prizes, including Sixers tickets. For more details, visit the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com.
Do your days involve constant virtual meetings and the need for connecting with coworkers wherever they are? Have you transformed your offices to meet these needs? Haverford Systems can keep employees safe and connected using the best equipment to stay productive throughout the day. Haverford Systems is Philly's most experienced audiovisual company, designing custom solutions to provide employees with the technology they need to get their work done seamlessly, whether they're working from home or from the office. Haverford can provide systems for audio and video conferencing, live streaming, video surveillance, paging, and sound masking. For a free site visit and estimate, go to haverford.com. That's HAVERFORD.com. Mention the Fanatic and receive a free web camera. That's right, a free web camera. Go to haverford.com today and get your office ready for the future. That's haverford.com.
Breakfast is sizzling at Wawa with 2 for $5 Sizzlies in all your favorite varieties, including the return of the sweet and savory waffle Sizzly. For a double delicious breakfast on the go, choose any 2 varieties, including sausage, egg, and cheese on a toasted waffle, bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, the Sizzly burrito, and more. Stop by Wawa and grab any 2 Sizzlies for $5. Available 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Limited time only. Gotta have a Wawa. Whatever you're planning, you can cater it with Wawa. High school function, post-game treating, road construction, business meeting, family picnic, brunch with mom. Cater Wawa with a click at WawaCatering.com. Cater your Wawa favorites from hoagies, soft pretzels and cookies to Sizzlies, donuts, and coffee. Order and pay online and choose pickup or delivery. All at WawaCatering.com.
Jackson Hewitt needs you to know 3 things about filing taxes this year. 1, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits on the table. 2, you have to file for them to make sure you get the right amount. 3, a Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will help track down every credit you deserve. Tax credits for being a parent, taking care of a parent, going to school, and so much more. You don't want to miss out on thousands. Jackson Hewitt knows that. Discover thousands in tax credits and get your biggest refund guaranteed. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. So you need to change your oil. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Daily Protection or Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil with an STP oil filter, plus an STP air filter or cabin air filter for just $36.99. Visit one of our 6,000 stores or order from AutoZone.com for same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Stop buying tickets without rewards and start getting more from the only ticketing company that rewards you for buying, Vivid Seats. Buy 10 tickets, the 11th is on us. That's like 10% back every time you buy. And with 100% buyer guarantee and over 100 million tickets sold, that's something to sing, laugh, cheer, scream, buy about. Head to vividseats.com for terms and conditions. Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
The minute you step behind the wheel of an all-new Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, you'll know it was made to make a statement, because it's a beast. Equipped with a 437-horsepower i4 Max hybrid engine made for making power moves. Plus, available cockpit red interior with a technical camo pattern made to deliver a red carpet-like experience. Not to mention an in-grill LED light bar made to make you stand out from the crowd. The all-new Tundra TRD Pro, made to make a statement. Toyota, let's go places.
Are you feeling boxed in by the pressures of running your business? Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. The list goes on. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work, offering your employees competitive benefit options while lightening your HR load. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Join Planet Fitness now through March 16th and get the PF Black Card for zero enrollment and $22.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
Super soothing hydro massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Zero enrollment, $22.99 a month. Deal ends March 16th. See Club for details.
That's the sound of a crack in the ceiling found at a home inspection. But with a Realtor by your side, a newfound leak might only cause minor worries. With their expertise, a Realtor can suggest a credit at closing and even connect you to a contractor to help you shore up that leak and alleviate your worries. When it comes to cracks in your plans, the expertise of a Realtor can make all the difference. The difference between an agent and a Realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Thursday is the first round of the tournament, and if you're betting on it, you're wagering your own hard-earned money, and you might win, but you also might lose that money. It's not free to play, right? Well, the BetMGM's $10 million bracket challenge is just that. It is free to play. You're going to fill out a bracket. You know you are. You're probably going to fill out multiple brackets. Well, why don't you fill out BetMGM's $10 million bracket? Because if you have the perfect bracket, you're walking home with just that. You're walking home with $10 million. And if you fall short, it's okay, because the player with the most correct picks is going to win a guaranteed top prize of $100,000. This is one of the many reasons why BetMGM is called the king of sportsbooks, for great offers like this. This is completely free to play. All you have to do is head on over to bracket.pa.betmgm.com. You can also head to the BetMGM app. So once again, hop on over there, bracket.pa.betmgm.com, fill out your bracket, and if it's perfect, you're taking home $10 million. If it's not quite perfect, but it is the top score, you're taking home $100,000. That's a pretty good day right there. Head on over to betmgm.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to enter. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly. If you're someone who knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. You can get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. Remember, we hope to see you Thursday for the John Kincade Show live broadcast. We will be out at the Irish Horn celebrating St. Patrick's Day with you in Richboro, Pennsylvania. Presented by our great friends at Bud Light. Go to 882 2nd Street Pike in Richboro, PA. First 100 Fanatic listeners that come will get a free Fanatic 4 for 4-leaf clover t-shirt. Remember, if you're going to have fun with the March Madness tournament, have fun with Bud Light. They're absolutely awesome because Bud Light's perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because where there's fun, there's Bud Light.
I like Bud Light. I like to drink it.
Okay, Coach will be with us on site, correct, Coach?
Yeah.
Jeez,
No
you
drinking
can't
on
get
the
rid
air.
of him.
Okay, here we go. This is the question I got to get to.
That's not the rule.
Is there?
Yeah, it is a rule.
No, it's not.
Now, you see, I dealt with this in my radio career.
Coach has told me what the rule is before, and now he's going back on. He told me that a person on the board is not allowed to drink.
No. The
Yes,
person
yes.
that's according to the FCC. Yes, the person on the board running the actual board is not allowed to drink.
Correct.
If other people if other people are drinking, then that won't go against FCC regulations. Now, I will tell you that when you're working from 6A to 10A, you shouldn't be drinking.
Well, if you had what if you had one during a 4-hour show?
Okay, so I said this before, if you're working at Walmart today, Are you going to have one beer while you're doing your 4-hour shift at Walmart?
Walmart is not having listeners come out to a bar to hang out with you on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's why we have a cool job.
That's a different job. We don't. It's like when people compare athletes' jobs to an accountant.
Now
it's different.
Now everybody knows why we call him the fun police.
Here's
St. Patrick's Day, and you're trying to be Harry Hardo with your rule book of your FCC violations.
I had a program director that was like, "Well, the rules at the station say no drinking on the air."
Guess what? We're not at the station, Coach. We're at the Irish Horn.
Know what I did, Pat? I went and got advertisers to say we want to have Moscow Mule Friday on the show. And once they had an advertiser for Moscow Mule Friday, all of a sudden,
next thing you know,
rules
everybody's
changed.
drunk.
And you're allowed to drink on the air.
There's a real successful show down the hallway where there's an abundance of drinking on air. That even boosted that show to the where it is today.
Okay, that's not accurate.
In the past, yes, it is. Chuck D'Amico has told me about it. Stories about that.
Cooney and Lynch. You getting the train tracks on St. Patty's Day, Coach?
You get
find out.
You think the D train's bad?
And from what I've heard, like everybody on that show's been to Betty Ford at least once or twice, right? I mean, come on there. You know these.
It's in our DNA on Thursday, Coach.
All right, we're gonna see.
Can't change nature.
We'll see what we do with Coach.
All right,
Pat.
Nature
what about
versus
you?
nurture,
Pat,
Lodge.
is there
Bagster.
a rule about you with your Shirley Temple on Thursday morning?
If he tries to get in the way of
your
me
grenadine
and my gren, then I will throw so many hands at him.
It could get ugly.
Yeah, you're not leaving Richboro not in a body bag.
If this goes poorly, we have to evaluate Vegas. Because can you imagine?
Yes,
Coach
I can
would be like,
imagine.
What is going on?
Coach lives to remind you about work. Like
are
Sunday,
you going to expense that? You can't expense that.
Pat, if you have that big shake, I don't know if that's going to get by the accountants.
I can hear it now. Pat, I'm just telling you. Like you can try. You can try.
He'll have his calculator out every time we order a meal or something like that. Yeah.
Guys, you're going a little over.
You can just tell guys. I'm not saying you can't try. You can try to expense it. I just don't know if they're going to approve it.
And in my past, they've only expensed smalls.
Bob's getting like
he'll have his adding machine.
I can see
Coach will be like.
Yeah, he brings his abacus everywhere he goes.
He's out. He quit.
He just walked out.
We did it.
Yes.
We did it.
He's doing Chisholm Bob.
Get out.
He's doing Chisholm Bob. Do you know Chisholm Bob?
No.
You're too young for that?
Let's put $1 in the jar.
There used to be an infomercial that it would definitely been in Jamie's lifetime. You taught math by doing like putting your knuckle and your thumb and you did math and you turned your hand into a calculator. I'm telling you, I think it was called, I'm sure it wasn't Chisholm Bob.
That's dumb.
But it sounds like
I still use the 9 trick where whatever you're dividing by 9, you just drop the number and then you can get it.
And it turns Chisholm Bob, they would teach people on an infomercial to use your thumb and you'd use it as a calculator. I'm not kidding you, it's real. It was real, Pat.
I'm sure it is. Now
Chisholm
we have
Bob.
iPhones.
There you go. Howie has all the cash, and he has a nice amount of cash left. He's got all the picks he could possibly need. So I ask you next, we're just talking about the next move that happens for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not what happens on draft night. This is not what happens on draft night. But the fact that they got Hassan Reddick yesterday is a tea leaves thing for you. The fact that DJ Shark isn't coming here is a tea leaves thing for you. It gives you an answer, and it maybe leads you to believe, what do the Eagles do? So if I ask you, the legal tampering period goes on for another 30 hours, just under 30 hours, and then free agency begins. If there is another move to be made, the next move in Howie's bag of tricks, what is it? And I'm just asking, I don't even need to know the exact player. If you get the exact player right, you're freaking awesome. What is the position that will be addressed next by Howie Roseman? The very next move we hear of, what is it?
I'll go secondary.
I don't think Bob's wrong. I think it's safety or wide receiver. I'd probably lean wide receiver.
Then you do think I'm wrong.
Well, no,
Pat,
I think you're going to be close to right.
I go safety.
But wrong.
I'm going secondary also. I think a veteran member of a veteran safety or a veteran corner.
Marcus Williams is the name, and the other guy from the Jets, I forget his name off the top of my head. They're probably two options. That would be Marcus May from the Jets. Those are two names that have been
not a bad player.
No, young, fits the mold.
He's just ending his rookie contract,
I believe
right?
so, yeah. I think he's 25, 26. Kind of fits that mold of the rebuilding age that you want to target. Do you want Jimmy Kempsky's latest? Because he just put out a story a little bit ago.
Jimmy don't like that.
With some interesting nuggets, actually, regarding the free agency and that. He said Christian Kirk, he obviously went to the Jaguars for big money. I'm told the Eagles made a solid offer to him, but Jacksonville priced all interested teams out. DJ Shark, the Eagles had some interest. I don't know if they made an offer. Juju Smith-Schuster, he is hearing they are not interested in, which is the first time you've heard that, to my knowledge.
It's been that's been me speculating
and then
that too.
He speculates that their fallback target is probably Zach Pascal, wide receiver from Indianapolis. He goes on to say Pascal is one of Nick Sirianni's favorite players ever. In the past, we've seen Howie throw his coaches a bone by letting them sign their favorites, like they did with Chase Daniel for Doug Peterson and about a half a dozen players for Jim Schwartz.
What's he catch, like 30 balls a year?
Pascal won't require a heavy target share and should be willing to do some of the dirty work in the Eagles' offense. He's probably their fallback option if Tier 1 and Tier 2 guys are too expensive.
How tall is Pascal? 6'2".
I want to say, yeah, he's got a little size.
He's 6'2"? But what does he catch, like 30 balls a year?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably about that.
I mean, he scored some touchdowns. Like he's got like 15 touchdowns in his career, somewhere like that.
Okay.
In a 3-year start.
15 on the nose.
Yeah.
Good job, Bobby.
Oh
my gosh.
He reeks of if you have two good wide receivers of a good 3 guy.
His best 2 years are 44 catches for 629 and 41 catches for 607. Both averaged about 14 yards per catch.
So last year I don't want to call Carson Wentz anything. Okay, so the last 2 years he's played with Carson Wentz and
one year with Wentz, 1 year with Philip Rivers.
I was going to say Philip Rivers, a guy on his last year playing in the league. So I don't know if that comes into play or not. It comes from a small school, right?
I mean, he's better than Jalen Reagor.
Jacoby Brissett got him a 72-catch season. Philip Rivers got him a 71-catch season. And then Carson Wentz got him a 69-catch season. Oh, these are targets, I mean. And then the receptions, oh, man.
He's better than Jalen Reagor. Like, I'm not saying it's exciting and you should be woo-woo, but he's better than what you got. And what you have is barely an NFL player right now in Jalen Reagor. So, I mean, it's an upgrade there. It's not exciting, but it's an upgrade.
Well, I'm
Burgundy?
I really...
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
That just does nothing for me. Pat?
Does a little.
Does it do anything for you?
Very little.
Zach Pascal.
Nothing. It
Nothing at all.
It doesn't make it move at all.
But it means no Jalen Reagor. I mean, that's what it means.
Oh, well, I could get a draft pick that means no Jalen Reagor.
Not necessarily. They could suck, too. I mean, at least you know this guy's competent.
I don't think there's any way Jalen Reagor's gone.
No, he's not gone, but he has to earn time, I think. I think he's been relegated to that.
I think he's back 100%.
Yeah, I think
he's 100% back.
They definitely give him a chance. They're not cutting him, but he's their 4th or 5th option.
Man, I'm really down in the dumps if Jimmy's news is true. But Juju did nothing for me either because, again, and Bob, you say to me sometimes, you'll be like, John, I don't know why you care about what other teams in the league are doing. Like, to me, Mitchell Trubisky's going to the going from the Bears. He's going to the Bears, then he did the Bills internship, and now he's with the Steelers.
Right.
The fact that the Steelers and Mike Tomlin have looked at him and said, yep, I can work with Mitch Trubisky, tells me, okay, I trust that they're seeing something and they're very good with player evaluation, that they're seeing something well. Like, to me, I look at that a lot of times. Like with Juju Smith-Schuster, if he's facing a lukewarm market and not a lot of teams pursuing him, I'm thinking there's a reason for that. A lot of smart teams are saying, we don't want him.
So here's the worst thing, John. Is he the best that's out there right now?
That's really bad news.
Because if it is, then...
Well, Chris Godwin's the best. If you're talking money not being an option.
By the way, I don't believe Godwin is a slam dunk to go back, mainly because of the fact that he's going to look at Tom Brady and go, is it 1 year?
And Allen Robinson's still going to get paid, so those guys are all ahead of him. So he's probably like the 4th or 5th option remaining.
They're not going to go after Chris Godwin.
No. I don't think they don't have the money to.
No.
But you said, is he the best?
Well,
for
the best
them,
for the Eagles. So I mean,
for them, yes, probably.
Yeah, so it kind of puts you at a
Man, I'm at that guy, and I don't want to be that way because I'm excited about. But what I'm wary of, I should say, and I'm wary of it too, is if they have to use one of those number one picks on a wide receiver.
I don't think they will. That's just a gut.
Well, if they don't get something in free agency, then they have to.
Not in the first round. I just don't think they want another first-round failure at wide receiver. I know Devontae's not a failure, but I don't think they want to take that risk again.
Then the receiving core of this team is subpar.
I think that's why Zach Pascal's probably the safe layup.
I don't think for a second they're thinking, we can't draft a wide receiver in the first round because we might fail again.
You sure about that?
They should be looking at it like we need to draft a wide receiver in the first round because we failed so many times.
Yeah, I mean,
the strength of this draft is the defense in the first round.
We went through the list of defensive linemen that they've taken, and it has not been good. And yet every year it seems like they're talking about taking a defensive lineman. So, I mean, the strength is defense, and they should address that. But you have 3 first-round picks. It gives you the luxury of taking a swing at a position that, on offense or a quarterback or wide receiver, whatever.
But the other thing you have to consider is, Hassan ate up how much of I got to look at his exact first-year number. But unless they were able to lower that and give him some guarantee, you're probably...
Well, they gave him $30 million.
Yeah, but I'm saying I didn't see his cap hit year 1 yet.
Yeah, that's going to be...
So depending on that, you're probably only looking at most 10 to 12 million available, and you probably need about 4 of that to 5 of that for your draft class. So you're bargain shopping now. You're looking for a wide receiver that's in that $7 to $10 million range, and Zach Pascal, and maybe if you're lucky, Juju or that. So it's kind of the best you can do right now.
We haven't brought up Allen Robinson's name.
He's going to get
paid.
He's
going to get paid.
Oh, he's going to get
still
paid
can't
a
believe
lot.
it.
Probably close to $20 million.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hey, get lucky with Bud Light and our show. The John Kincade Show will be out at the Irish Horn on St. Patrick's Day from 6 to 10 a.m. for a live broadcast. Win cool prizes. Enjoy $3 Bud Light drafts. Despite what Coach is saying, you will really enjoy them. You will absolutely love it. So you want to come out and join us, 882 2nd Street Pike in Richboro, Pennsylvania.
We might not be able to have fun, but we'll keep Coach far enough away from you that you'll be able to have fun.
First round of pickleback shots on Coach.
I think what you do is let's bring tumblers.
There you go. That's my walk around the neighborhood move.
Bring a tumbler like that and make sure, because I want you all to stay hydrated. Bob, I'm worried after the drive.
You ever do a pickleback? There's nothing more hydrating. Retains the water.
There you go. Get on out there and have a good time. I just got alerted that Fanatics will be delivering Olivia's new James Harden Sixers jersey to the house today.
Later.
It finally got here. He was playing really well when I ordered it. But that gets delivered today. What did we, in retrospect, for those who woke up late, what do we, in retrospect, feel about last night? Because I still feel a disgust and a bad taste in my mouth over that one last night.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like some of the nonsensical play. I don't like the lack of hustle. And as you brought up before, John, that Joel Embiid brought up lazy.
Yeah.
That's bad. I mean, they're just not smart. You know that you're getting beaten back on defense numerous times, yet I see stupid things like guys shooting and guys standing around and watching, or guards shooting and holding their pose, which is what you're kind of taught to do, but this is the NBA. I mean, you had Jokic last night grab a rebound one-handed and throw an outlet pass to somebody wide open, catch dunk. And numerous times. That can't happen.
Numerous times.
That cannot happen. I don't like their defensive rotation. Look, I'd rather give up a 2-pointer than a 3-pointer. Call me crazy. But when I see the way the Sixers rotate or try to jump into passing lanes and you're constantly leaving 3-point shooters wide open, just stay outside the lane. Stay outside and guard the line. Guard the 3-point line and let people beat you on 2-pointers. I don't say but if you're going to get beat on 2-pointers. I don't get what their philosophy is, really.
I can't figure it out.
I'm not too bad.
Confusing. It's confusing as hell.
I expected myself to be a little worse this morning because I was in the moment angry. Their bench is pathetic. I don't think that needs to be stated much more. I don't see how it improves, so that's going to be what they're going to have to overcome if they're going to do anything this year. But for the most part, I was pretty happy with how Harden and Embiid looked. Maxey, I thought, looked pretty good again. Toby, and
Are you happy with 2 shots for James Harden in the fourth quarter?
I'd like that to be a little more aggressive.
Does he have a voice, or was he had no voice yesterday? Because wouldn't you at some point say, "Get me the damn ball"?
Well, my fear with that is that he still is integrating himself as the point guard first, and that will hopefully come later. That's the only thing I can get my head around when it comes to that, is that he's trying to make sure his team's happy before he gets his.
Yeah, that's the bigger problem. He does have the ball.
Oh, yeah,
he has the ball. It's that he's not looking to shoot. You know, my friend Rock brought up a really good point. I've looked at it a little bit. And I saw Harden play a lot of times when I was covering the team. And Rock brought up a good point. He doesn't get separation on his jumper that much.
He most certainly does not.
Oh, at all. Like, if you look at everyone, even when he does the little between the legs and the step back, he is not getting himself open on shots. They're all contested. And I wonder if he's lost a little bit of that foot speed that he had before.
Maybe, but his quick release usually makes up for it.
I think we need the voice of reason. Or we could go to Mike from Delran.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm going to hit a couple quick points real quick. If you pick up some brownies off Bong Boulevard, and give them the coach, I bet you'll be taking shots with you by 9:30. Congratulations to Bones Highlands. I didn't really notice. I didn't know the story behind it because I was watching the game with the sound off. Then my kids woke up. So congrats to him. 14 points off your bench. Not going to.
Yeah,
Don't worry. I'm calling J.J. Redick every day. And the last thing is you have Tobias Harris, Maxey, Embiid, and Harden. Why is George Niang taking a 3-pointer at the end of the game when you got timeout left, Doc? Come on, Doc. Go Birds.
There you go. Come on, Doc. Go
Legitimate
Birds.
question.
No, very legitimate question.
You can pose it to Doc Rivers, absolutely, but you can also pose it to Joel Embiid and James Harden. Like, why aren't you guys getting the ball, demanding the ball? Niang
That's
was
what
open.
I say. Is
Yeah.
Let's just. I don't know. I don't understand. And Doc's very combative when he's questioned. You know, you wouldn't ask that question to Pops. I don't know. You have a 19-point lead. Blown again. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, I wish I had sold that ticket on PropSwap in the moment, because the college tournament's finally here and PropSwappers are making thousands by buying and selling college basketball teams on PropSwap. Download the free PropSwap app today.
Pat, good or that didn't?
No, it was. It was. I know he tried to fit
In and
it
out,
earlier.
seamless, up against the break.
I appreciated it.
Just keep it simple to that.
I appreciate his clock management.
Yeah,
seamless in and out is pretty much Jamie. That's
I got to be honest though, when they threw it to Niang in the corner for the 3, I had no problem with it because he was pretty wide at the time. He was open, and that is where he hits a majority of his shots. My issue was I appreciate the fact he knew it was off, and I appreciate the fact he went and got the rebound, and then he took a 2-point shot down 4 seconds left, and you can clearly see Maxey wide open with it, like waving his arms like I'm open, dude. And that's where it kind of fell apart for me, John.
You're not a Chicken Little. You're not scared. You're not a scared fan. You're not. If you look at this team and don't realize there are major deficiencies, and I believe they are not as complete a team after the Harden trade as they were before.
No.
I think Harden's better. I think your big 2 is
You're talking
better,
about Andre Drummond.
but your entire team.
But that's what you're talking about.
This team's missing Seth Curry in a huge way.
Yeah, but you had to get. But I'll take James Harden over Seth Curry.
I got you.
It's 365 days a year.
No question, you would. But this.
So Andre Drummond's a sacrifice. You took a little hit there.
It's a little hit right now.
Yeah,
you're only getting 10 minutes out of your backup
I
center
think you're
now,
getting.
so.
If I'm not mistaken, you've gotten 3 of your worst bench performances of the year have come since the trade.
Yeah, but Andre Drummond wasn't a scoring machine
worst.
here.
No, I got you. But it's still 3 of the worst bench performances you've gotten.
Danny Green
have been
forgot
in
how
this
to play
new era.
basketball. Shake Milton is almost unplayable.
No, Coach. No, Doc says he can go 11
Yeah, 11 deep. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who are your 6? Please name names.
Hey, let's hope that the next big news we're going to get is either Howie Roseman or Dave Dombrowski with something big. We got a half hour to go, and then Cuz Radio comes your way top of the hour. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. So if your house was cold all winter long, a little preview for you. You're going to sweat your behind off all summer long inside your house. That should never happen. It means your windows are terrible. It means they're drafty. It means that all that air conditioning this spring and summer is going to get out. It means the hot air is going to get in. It means your bills are going to be through the roof. Why not invest in your home with Window Nation? WindowNation.com. You do your window shopping, every style, every color, every size, and this great deal for you. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Pay nothing for 2 full years. no money down, no payments, no interest for 2 full years. You can't beat that. And when they've installed over 1 million windows and got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, you know you can trust Window Nation. Window Nation's going to take great care of you. Take the deal right now. Buy 2, get 2 free, and you're paying nothing for 2 full years. It's a spectacular deal from Window Nation. Do your window shopping online at windownation.com, then call them at 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION.
The John Kincade Show.
Uh-oh, looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic's John Kincade Show is heading to the NFL Draft in Las Vegas.
And you can be there too.
Listen starting Monday for your chance to win a trip for 2 from our official partner, PhillySportsTrips.com. Travel with the pros. You'll win round-trip nonstop flights from Philadelphia to Las Vegas, a 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, and passes to 2 all-inclusive draft parties.
It's a huge draft year for the Birds, and you can be there live in Vegas with the John Kincade Show and 97.5 The Fanatic.
It all starts Monday morning, sponsored by the all-new Parks Sportsbook app. The new Parks experience is almost here. One amazing app with Sportsbook and Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Window Nation. For replacement windows, doors, siding, and more, visit windownation.com or call 866-90-NATION and 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Take a shot on college hoops this March with a risk-free bet on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Whether you're new to FanDuel or already have an account, all customers get a risk-free bet on the bracket. Sign into FanDuel Sportsbook app to claim yours today. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up with promo code Fanatic. Then you can bet on that underdog you've had your eye on. Of course, you can always go on a 12 seed. There's always a 12 seed to be in a 5 seed, or just go with the favorite. Either way, it's risk-free. You know you got to go with the Cats. Villanova, they're probably going to go deep in the tournament, so the first couple of rounds, go with Villanova. And with cash out, the ball's in your court, so you can close out your bet whenever you want, even if the game isn't over. There's no better place to bet the tournament than FanDuel Sportsbook. Join now with promo code Fanatic. Sign in the FanDuel Sportsbook app to claim your risk-free bet today.
21 plus and present in PA. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $5. Offer is not transferable. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now at T-Mobile, you can get the incredible iPhone 13 on us on the network with more 5G bars in more places.
This is the year, Amelia. The year I become a famous influencer.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
I just got the new iPhone 13 at T-Mobile. It has the most advanced dual camera ever on an iPhone, so my videos and photos are gonna look amazing. And check it out. I have 5G, even out here.
Whoa.
I'll be able to post tons of content. Us influencers gotta stay fresh, you know?
Nice. So, were you gonna learn to sing or dance or something?
Better. Yodeling. Ooh, let's hike up that hill and do a live stream. Yodeling.
I'm good. Thanks.
Head into T-Mobile today, because when you switch, you can get the new iPhone 13 on us on every plan with eligible trade-in. All on T-Mobile's 5G network, with more 5G bars in more places.
Phone via 24 monthly bill credits with qualifying new line plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Details at T-Mobile.com.
When it matters, companies need more than just a delivery service. Cintas delivers full service and the reliability that comes with having a dedicated Cintas service rep who understands your business, which means they deliver confidence and peace of mind too. For uniforms, cleaning essentials, mats, first aid and safety supplies, and fire protection services, discover the personal attention you get with Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want, you know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Hi, it's Rick. I'm at the Smith home. Where's Donnie?
Leaves and autumn bookings pile up for Rick's gutter cleaning service.
He's out? Come on.
He needs help before his bottom line gets clogged.
Okay, well, what about Christiana? We still got 6 houses today.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you been searching for a career path but can't seem to find one that's right for you? Waste Management is a terrific company with unbelievable career opportunities. As a tech or a driver for WM, you'll make a nice base salary, $7,500 sign-on bonus, and get this, Waste Management will pay for your tuition so you can get a degree on the side while you're working. Driver today, CEO tomorrow, baby. Schedule an in-person interview by applying online at careers.wm.com. That's careers.wm.com.
Tonight, NBC's #1 comedy is back.
It's the return of Young Rock.
Based on Dwayne Johnson's true life story.
The new season has more of everything you love.
More Little Dewey?
Yep.
More teenage Dwayne?
Mm-hmm.
More 80s wrestling legends like Andre the Giant and Macho Man Randy Savage?
Oh, yeah.
More DJ playing football?
In Canada, of all places.
Yes!
But the biggest reason to watch? It's a crazy story you have to see to believe.
Exactly.
Young Rock returns.
With Dwayne Johnson.
Tonight on NBC.
This ad for Hellsberg Diamonds has been specifically written for those who'd rather think about football than engagement rings. When free agency starts, your team wants to get the best players they can without spending too much. If your team is you and the players are engagement rings, then your best bet in free agency is shopping at Hellsberg Diamonds, where you know you'll get the highest quality diamonds at prices that keep you from going over the salary cap. Visit your local Hellsberg store and ask about our price match guarantee, or check us out at hellsberg.com.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
The teams have been selected, and the biggest tournament of the year is here. You have a few days left to join in on all the action before the first team tips off this Thursday. DraftKings Sportsbook is giving new customers a shot to bet just $5 on any team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. That simple, I promise you. They win, you win. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on college hoops with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. Again, simple. The more legs you add, the more money you win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only, minimum $5 deposit. Restrictions apply in partnership with Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Sorry, this is your life right now. Listening to me on the radio.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic, and would like to welcome in Delco Steaks to the 97.5 The Fanatic family, John Kincade Show family.
I got to try these. That's a mission objective.
Well, I think Broomall is not that far away, and
maybe a little show outing.
I'd imagine breakfast. No, I'd imagine they're going to. I'd imagine the fine folks at Delco Steaks are going to be bringing some by.
I've heard some good stuff about these folks.
You should. For mouth-watering Philly cheesesteaks, head to Delco. Broomall, my hometown, voted best of Philly last year, and they are not even in Philly. They're in Broomall. You're going to love Delco Steaks. In Broomall, Ridley, and coming soon to Media. Delco Steaks. You can't beat their meat. You can't, Jamie.
I have another name for you, free agent. I wonder if anybody would be interested. It would involve a trade.
Okay.
People seem to think out there, and when I say people, people that cover the league.
Okay.
People
far and wide.
Yeah,
People
far and wide.
Yeah.
Like Pat Skill.
There's speculation Laviska Shenault could be dealt from Jacksonville because they just signed Zay Jones and Christian Kirk. Would you?
Third day draft pick?
Yeah.
Yes. Third day draft pick? Yes.
23 years old.
He's only played 2 years in the league. I think he had some injuries last year.
Averaging 60 receptions a year.
Third day.
Sure.
Yes. I mean, third day draft pick in a second.
He excites me more than Zach Pascal would.
He does.
I agree with you on that.
There's upside, right?
Yeah, and he's younger.
That's what I would enjoy. I would really enjoy that. That's
all right, because he's a name that's out there.
Okay,
that
I'd enjoy that
apparently
much more.
can be had.
And do you think Doug Peterson?
And if you're penny pinching, he makes sense because he's on his rookie deal. Yada yada yada.
Okay, you think Doug and Howie get along well?
That's a great question. I don't think it would prevent Doug from making a trade if it was the right offer.
Yes. But,
Hey, I don't think they're buddy.
You think Doug would like to? Two similar offers are on the table. Do you think Doug would tell Jacksonville, "Don't go with Philly. Don't help the Eagles in any way"?
Well, I guess it's more Trent Baalke, right?
Yeah, but
yeah, he has influence. Sure.
Yeah, I think Doug. Though right now Trent Baalke's there. Doug's the one who has the bigger stick to carry around the offices. That can help that out there. So tomorrow's our wing off. PJ Wellahans is going to give one of us the wing of the month.
I'm irrationally excited for this.
And this would be amazing to have your wing creation be in every single PJ Wellahans. Yeah. It would be awesome.
It would be.
Coach has got the updated betting odds on which one of us will have created the best wing.
And win or lose, we all get to try 8 new wings.
See, that's awesome. We go to the test kitchen tomorrow. What is the verdict here, Coach, on the wing off?
The opening lines have been set. Now, as I dig a little deeper into the recipes and the ingredients being used, the lines will most likely shift, but here they are as an opening. Jamie is at -130.
All right.
John in second with -150.
Ooh.
Pat is a +100. Bob at +500.
+500, wow. The Cooney pulls this off.
I mean, as a gambler, I'm putting my money on Bob.
Who's the most accomplished chef? Is it Bob or is it Jamie? Because it's not me, and I don't think it's Pat.
Yeah, I mean, they would probably have to debate that a little bit, but from the conversations that we always have in here, it seems like they both do a lot of cooking. Jamie seems like he might do a little bit more
eating.
Wow.
No, I mean, like he might have more insight as far as what tastes good.
Well, I worked in the restaurant industry for like 15 years.
Jamie's the one with the background in that.
So how do you come up with these odds, Coach?
Well, because I'm looking at I've been talking to everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm getting
I haven't talked to you about anything.
Of ingredients here and there and
I haven't
some
given you
ideas
any ingredients.
That's right, Bob. That's
we
why
told
you're
us not to do it.
I haven't given them either.
That's why you're +500, Bob.
Either has Jamie, though.
This was always a crappy showcase, by the way, if you got this music.
Really?
It's a crappy show. You could have left off the word case. Crappy show.
Everybody likes Price is Right, Bob.
I don't care about everybody. It's a horrible show.
You're a horrible show.
Kim Jong-un and Bin Laden are the only people who did not like Price is Right.
Come on,
old good company.
Seriously. My gosh, by the way, 50 years of the Price is Right, Bob. It's 50 years, Bob.
Yeah, it hasn't changed
of the
in 50
Price
years.
is Right.
It still sucks.
That's a crappy one, though. But if you got that music for your showcase, you knew you weren't getting a car. Because they always do the dun, dun. They always play the big one for
Hey,
that.
Super Dude on YouTube, John says, I have John's 3 wing names. Let me run these by you. The Oh My Gosh, the Hotlanta, or the Wingcade.
I've never said Hotlanta.
What about the Wingcade? That one's got a nice little...
Wingcade, I like. Hotlanta is nobody from Atlanta calls it Hotlanta.
Well, a hot wing.
You're not from Atlanta.
So you don't call it Hotlanta. I lived there for 26 years.
Yeah, but you're not from
and
there.
You don't.
You're Philly,
nobody says Hotlanta.
The Wingcade would be good.
Wingcade works.
Yeah.
The Kincade is working well, so Wingcade.
Can't wait to see who wins this. A lot of pride on the line.
There is a lot of pride on the line.
By the way,
yes?
Bob Barker, 98 years old.
It's awesome.
Is he still the host?
No. Drew Carey's the host.
Oh, is that right?
10 years ago, Bob.
Oh, I think it might even be
Anybody
longer.
notice?
Did anyone notice? No, Bob. No one noticed. Everybody's on your side. No one likes the show that's been on for 30 years.
Show.
Come on, Bob.
Come on, Bob.
Disappoints me.
You're trying way too hard, Bob.
To be contrary to the Price is Right, Bob.
Not contrary. It's
I
my
want to see
feelings.
Bob
I can't help
on the
how
Price
I
is
feel.
Right. Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. They've got innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. Explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. Okay, a gentleman wanted to know how this whole thing works, the wing off works. We came up with the wing recipes. The experts in the kitchens of P.J. Wellahans, they create our vision, and then we have the wing off.
A blind taste test.
And Coach,
Chef
put
Rich,
your poll up and see who the people think are going to win tomorrow.
Chef Rich sent us a survey where presentation,
right.
taste, all that,
Which
there's
is great.
categories, so we all
Oh, it's going to be
roll,
awesome.
and I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
He sent me an email.
He sent us all emails, Bob. You just got yours from the spam folder a couple days late.
He didn't write that, Bob. It was his secretary. He feels bad for you.
Was it Betty, the secretary? What's her name?
I'm not sure. She's new.
All I know is it says you're the winner.
Okay,
the
Bob.
King Wing is what cousin Michelle says it should be. That doesn't work.
Nah, that's weak.
Michelle's just your size. She'll whack
It's fine.
you. She will
I can tell you
whack
now,
you
no one's
one,
buying
Pat.
that.
Be careful.
The
Be
King
careful.
Wing?
Oh,
The
Super
King
Dude
Wing.
says Pat should be called Pat's Flats or Little Wings.
I do like flats.
Pat's Flats. I
It didn't
love.
say little. It said Lil.
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 Yeah,
I
that's
always love. I would take flats over drums any day.
Me too.
I don't
Love
care
flats.
which one I get.
Love the flats.
I love a drumstick, too.
Should the flats be cheaper?
Why?
Because there's less meat on a flat.
I don't know. That's true.
I don't know that's true
Yeah.
either.
Where's
We'll
your-
have to
where's
ask
your-
Chef
where's
Rich.
your-
We're going
where's
to
your
find out.
data?
Chef Rich will tell us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where the
Okay,
hell's your
Chef
date
Rich
on
will
that?
give us the answer tomorrow. Maybe we get Chef Rich on for like a little 2-minute thing tomorrow, and he gives us a little scouting report because remember, he knows all these creations. Maybe he can give us a little bit without giving anything away, a little bit of that. All right, by tomorrow's show, the Eagles have made another splash. The Phillies have made the splash that steals the headline, or both have or neither have by tomorrow's show. So tomorrow morning, are we talking about a big Phillies signing? Are we talking about there's no Sixers game tonight? So are we talking about a big Phillies signing to lead off the show tomorrow? Another Eagles signing? Neither or both? Could we have both on this Tuesday afternoon?
I'll go Phillies. I think the Phillies do something today.
I'm going Phillies also.
I was hoping there was a good rumor before we ended this show today.
Yes,
that the
something like it's
Phillies
imminent,
are going to sign such and such. But I think it is coming today.
I think Anthony Gargano asked some of his friends in the media and said, please hold the rumors. And then Mike Missinelli said, make sure it breaks during my show. Flexing their muscles.
Probably.
They worked that out.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get to Cooney's Corner, where a good playoff team, a great playoff team, will decide.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Well, I was talking about last night, and I was really interested in this last night. You had a good playoff team come in here in the Denver Nuggets.
Yes,
They're a good
you did.
team.
They're a good playoff
You have an MVP candidate in Nikola Jokic, which is fine. They're from the other conference.
Correct.
So you have all that on the table. Legit MVP, a very good team, a team that's going into the playoffs. I would have liked to have seen something tried out last night. And I wrote this
Like
before
what?
the game. So I was thinking, okay, Jokic. I'm okay Embiid going one-on-one with him. If the Sixers start to get hurt other places, I want to see something change. Sixers got killed last night on three-point shots, particularly by Bones. I would have loved to have seen a zone. I would have loved to have seen something tried differently on defense because you're trying it and not exposing it to a potential playoff opponent.
Remember we saw him fiddle with some things before, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
They did something a couple games ago where they were jumping high pick and rolls, which looked really good. Different things. But last night, to me, it was blatantly obvious with all the wide open outside shots that Denver was getting. I had already written this subject, and I was waiting for it watching the game. Okay, try something different. Let me see something different. I don't know what it may be, but try something different. Is it Danny Green playing defensively on a wing with Matisse Thybulle in his zone? Put those two guys out front. That's a little bit of length. It's good anticipation skills from both of them, even though Danny Green's a little past his prime. Something. Let me see. What do you have?
How about
And
Danny Green?
I didn't get it.
Danny Green making a shot.
I would have loved to have seen that.
That'd be a great one, too.
Yeah, their three-point specialists became not so specialists anymore with Danny Green and Korkmaz. It's not great. Thybulle, I just beg and plead. Just please hit an open jumper occasionally. Like, we're not asking for much from you. You find yourself open a lot. You just got to learn to knock that down occasionally.
Yeah.
I feel like it's every open 3 he misses.
And he's not going to get many, so you get 2 a game maybe that he'll take, and then you're asking him to shoot 50%, and, like, that's not going to happen. It's just not a good – like, the offense wasn't really something I was gearing towards last night because with Harden in the lineup, generally speaking, they've been very good offensively. I was more looking towards the defensive end, getting back on defense, the things that they talked about. Like maybe I saw a shot go up and I saw Matisse Thybulle sprint back on defense last night, but I didn't. Or Tyrese Maxey, but I didn't. I still see Thybulle running the baseline, which takes him out from getting back on defense. I don't know, a zone, something, a double on high pick and rolls, whatever it may be. I wanted to see something different, and I didn't.
I like your idea, though, and I never thought about it that way, though, is there's no risk trying it out against Denver.
Yeah, you don't want to try it against a playoff
Detroit.
Team in the East, right?
Right there, Jamie, Detroit or Denver.
Yeah, they're both Ds.
They're both Ds. No, but I didn't think of it that way. Yes, I want to see more of that.
Yeah, I just thought last night was the perfect recipe. You're down to 15 games. You're going to be playing mostly Eastern Conference teams, although you do have a West Coast trip. But I thought last night was just a perfect time to maybe see something a little bit different defensively, and I didn't get it.
That's disappointing that you didn't get it.
I just don't know who the guy's going to be that steps up. You know, I think Niang will be your best option. Outside of that, I got nothing.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a downer.
It's going to have to be seeing if anybody has a hot hand. So you're going to have to try to shake for a little bit. Danny Green, and it's
amazing. Isn't Danny Green supposed to hit that corner 3?
Yeah.
Corner 3.
And if they jump at him and he takes one dribble and shoots a 15-footer, he's got to hit. He was 0 for 4 on them, or 3 or 4 from them. That can't happen. This Sixers team, this sounds silly. When they're not making shots, boy, their offense goes to hell. And I mean when they're not hitting open jump shots, it really goes to hell, yeah.
The easy ones shouldn't be
that hard.
No, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Man, that's bad. That is bad.
Yeah, so we'll see moving forward. I think the real problem with this team, if you're going to go top 2, it's obviously bench, and then it's their defense also. I think things need to get shored up there.
Okay, Bob goes with the Phillies making a move. I go with the Phillies making a move by tomorrow's show. Jamie? Another Eagles move?
I think another Eagles move will come first.
Another Eagles move first. And you were saying secondary like I was, right? Or were you not?
I think it's either one of the safeties or potentially Zach Pascal now all of a sudden.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Will you stop bringing me down?
He's better than Jalen Reagor.
Stop saying his name.
Stop speaking it into existence. Damn you, Jimmy Kempski.
Yeah.
I don't want it in. Don't speak it into existence. I don't want another guy.
He's better than Reagor.
That is, nobody has ever put that on. No one has ever put that on a business card.
Well, that's our reality.
Wait a minute. So Anthony Gargano gets walked in.
Yeah.
Well, he gets walked in to do the show, but instead,
Coach doesn't feel as though the Chunas is worthy of the walk-in.
He doesn't get the walk-in? Hey, come on. He didn't get the walk-in? Chunas, how are you?
I'm doing great. Is the mic on? Hello? Test.
You doing all right
you're
there?
on. You're good. We can
Chunas,
hear
this
you.
is great.
The lights aren't on. That's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. How you doing?
No, it's on. It's just blocked.
He was manhandling another microphone earlier today.
That's
Show broke up
Yeah, I
there.
broke one.
What's wrong with you, man? It's every week you break a mic.
It's me.
During Wake and Bake, does he do that, or is he a little more chill?
He's a little bit more chill.
He's broken one during
Who brings the Wake and Bake snacks?
Oh, we take turns.
Okay, so you take turns?
Because we take turns who drives.
Okay.
Right, so I'm driving this weekend. I felt bad this past weekend. I texted him. I was like, "Hey, here are some ideas." He goes, "I thought I was driving," and I was like, "Haha, yes."
See, there it is.
So then I get to be a little more relaxed during the show.
A little more relaxed.
Yeah.
I don't see how either one of you can be more relaxed during that show.
Well, it's Wake and Bake. So
exactly,
one
that's
is the,
totally my point.
One is Wake, right, and the other one's Bake. Yeah, exactly.
Is the Bake on the show? I have issue with you.
What's up?
I took it up earlier on the show.
Okay.
You and Tyrone.
What do we got?
I'm tired of hearing this crap narrative of fans are scared, Chicken Littles, whatever. There is every legit reason to be concerned about the Sixers since this trade.
Last night was the first time I felt a little bit of worry, but I thought...
No, but I think even when the trade happened, There was every legit reason to wonder whether it was going to work out.
Here's my issue. When the Sixers are trailing the New York Knicks in the first quarter,
that's stupid.
Right away, this is what I was talking about. This is why I was
I
wearing
got
it.
that. That's stupid.
It's the first quarter of a game.
But the thing is, you guys are calling people Chicken Little, scared fans. There's every reason to think this team has no pedigree. Yeah. The roster, the people other than James Harden have no playoff pedigree. And then you bring in James Harden, who has no playoff pedigree.
I'm going to say this today. I can't believe I'm going to be saying these words. I need James Harden to be more aggressive.
I can't.
Fair enough.
Like, I can't believe I'm saying that.
Bob's talked about it a little bit today.
Like, a guy that, on a given night could put up 20, 25 shots, and people will complain that he shoots too much, has the ball in his hand too much. He only had 11 shots last night, 11 field goals.
You want a hog. You want him to be a little bit of a hog.
Yeah, he's the best player on the team, except for Joel Embiid. Let Embiid get his, but he's the best all-around scorer.
I don't want him third or fourth in three-point attempts per game.
Bingo.
I want him first or second.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm really going to
every game.
I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and look at some stuff on him. I wonder if he's not getting as much separation off the dribble as he was before, and therefore not comfortable. I don't know. I'm going to go back and look at some highlights from him in Houston and in Brooklyn to see if he was maybe getting a little more separation on threes than he's getting now, because, as we talked about earlier, he's getting very, very little separation on his threes.
Listen, I get it was Wagner for the Magic, but he had Wagner on him the other day. And he took him to the rim and got there easily.
To the rim, yes.
Listen, Wagner... Wagner is a little bit of a weaker defender than others, right? So, go for it. But I see other times where he's got mismatches, and he just, like James Johnson against the Nets the other night. He's just dribbling in the corner, dribble. It's James Johnson. Go. James Johnson's 95 years old, and he kicks it out.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's, a lot with this team. What I don't like is two stupid things that I heard. When I hear Joel Embiid tell me the team is lazy getting back in defense.
Yeah, Harden
and
said
using the word lazy,
back.
don't like that. Because guess what? James.
Be the example.
James, Joel. You're the ones who are supposed to show the other guys how to do it.
Right, and
so you shouldn't be offenders.
This isn't the first time we've seen this kind of leadership issue. Remember Josh Richardson? Remember Keith Pompey? I still remember Keith Pompey said that Josh Richardson was the veteran voice in the locker room.
Which is crazy.
And I'm like, wait a minute, we got Ben who's been here, Embiid who's been here, Al Horford who's been in the league forever. And Josh Richardson is the leading voice in the
Al
locker
Horford
room?
lets his sister speak for him a lot.
That's true, yeah.
So
That's because, Brett Brown anointed that. Like, they were looking for a leader. They just thought that Embiid and Simmons were so immature and too young and had enough on their plates. I told you, they brought in Carl Landry. Was that the dude's name?
That was the king.
And Brett's like, he was anointed. This is our leader. And I went over and introduced myself to him. He goes, I ain't no leader. He's like, I've been in the league 8 years. I'm just trying to stick, man.
Right,
exactly. I don't. Not that he didn't care about anybody else, but he's like, that's not my job.
Doc says they're 11 deep. He says they're 11 deep.
That's on the show sheet today, John.
That's good to hear.
I will.
I can't wait to hear that on this afternoon.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So you're planning a big show?
Yes.
Make the prediction now. Tomorrow is our PJ's Wing Off. The 4 members of the on-air crew here all have created a few wings, 8 wings.
2 wings each.
And tomorrow we will have the blind taste test, and the PJ's experts will be involved too.
Are you making the wings?
We came up with the recipes, and their executive chefs created our creations, which is and it's amazing. Coach,
you can't cook.
No.
So I have used the lowest.
Yeah, me as the lowest?
Yeah, because I don't think you can cook unless you probably did a lot of research, because you are a man who likes to do research. So I wouldn't be surprised if you did some Googling about good wing flavors. Jamie, based off of just pure food enjoyment.
As the fat guy on the show, they say never trust a skinny chef.
I'm going to try to challenge you.
Yeah.
I don't even know fat guy. Like, I just know you know good food.
Yes, he does.
You go to high-end establishments constantly.
Bob cooks a lot, though.
Bob didn't get an email from the chef right away.
Bob loves to cook a lot.
He got a pity email.
Bob got the pity email. Yeah. We all got emails, and then Bob got a sort of pity email later.
And I can't trust Pat because he wears gloves when he eats wings, so I can't really trust him.
He eats nothing but sugar.
Hey, it's going to be fun. All of them creative, but that comes up tomorrow. Hey, listen to Cuz Radio today. Tunis is there for you, carrying you through. So make sure that you're a part of that all day long. Stream it if you don't get a chance to listen on your radio. Support life-saving cancer research. Welcome back to the American Association for Cancer Research. Glad to have them back as the official, charity partner of the John Kincade Show. And also, thank you, Farron Electric, for being a part of us, too, and making a donation to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR. Why don't you join the cause today? $5, $10, $20, it all helps, because cancer research saves lives. We will be back tomorrow morning. Will there be major breaking news on one of our teams? I think so. We'll get to it tomorrow at 6. Be with us. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Have a great day, everybody.
Thursday is tournament action. You've got the first round, and it's Thursday and Friday. And if you're betting on it, I'm going to ask you to do what I've been doing. I'm going to ask you to bet on it with BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. But before the first action of the tournament kicks off, I'm going to be filling out BetMGM's $10 million bracket challenge. Here's the best part. You're not wagering anything to enter this. It is absolutely 100% free to play. All you have to do, pick a perfect college basketball tournament bracket. If you do, you're going to end up taking home $10 million. You're going to be filling out brackets anyway. You might as well head on over to BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, fill out their bracket challenge. And what's the worst that can happen? You fill it out, it's perfect, you end up getting $10,000. If you come up a little bit short, but you have the most correct picks, you're taking home a top prize of $100,000. This is all for doing something that takes you a couple of minutes, filling out a bracket. Head to bracket.pa.betmgm.com and make your free picks in the $10 million bracket challenge. That's bracket.pa.betmgm.com. You can also head over to the app. The perfect bracket gets you $10 million. Close to perfect bracket, top score gets you $100,000. It's too good to be true. No, it is true. It is true. And that's just BetMGM right there. Must be 21 years of age or older to enter. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. All promotions up to qualification, eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly. If you're someone who knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Have you heard? Now get gig internet and unlimited data with Xfinity Mobile, and you could save over $800 on internet your first year.
$800? Now that's a game changer.
Guess the secret's out on gig internet and wireless. Join the millions who save by getting Xfinity internet and mobile together. Introducing game-changing savings with Xfinity. Get gig speed internet now for just $44.99 a month for 24 months with a 2-year contract when you also get Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data. That's a savings of over $800 on internet your first